Well, hello. I'm Matt. Welcome to the good life. I do a little radio show from my backyard in the hills of Encino. I'm a lucky guy. In fact, I'd say luckier than most. I have lots of friends that I like to call stars. Hey, in fact, there's one now. You probably know Ryan Stiles, Drew Carey Show. Whose line is it anyway? Black Hawk Down?
I wasn't in Black Hawk Down, Matt. That wasn't me, okay? What are you doing here?
The gate was actually open. I thought I'd take a little jacuzzi-roo.
I got company coming over, okay? People that matter, okay? Get up, go.
Bubbles feel so good,
Look,
Ryan.
Matt, you know what? You gotta stop doing this, okay? I can't be coming home with the wife and kids and you're in my tub, okay? Just get out.
I'm not wearing nothing.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
Most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
Tell me what you want.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out.
Yeah.
Hey, that didn't sound too bad. Huh?
Had to lighten them up down.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Had to lighten them.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Okay. D. Now, for those of you watching us, see that? Matt Allen, pass me a gallon. Is that coming out? Is that,
Oh, yeah,
can they see
that looks nice.
I'll explain that in a moment. Hey, welcome, my friends and friendlies. Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Smoking, drinking, interrupting from an 1876 Virginia City, Nevada style bar. Oh, yeah. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
'Cause I can't.
Okay, good, Dave. Good start. So much to get to, including this, the Cracker Barrel debacle ain't over, and another one of those Magic Matt, I told you so's. Are you getting sick of these by now? After all these years you've known me, you know that there's one a-comin' from last Saturday, a statement made on the show, and it is a blessing and a curse always being right. But before that, Burning Man attendees warned of extreme weather as massive dust storms hit festival. A powerful dust storm with, do you know this Burning Man thing?
Oh, yeah. Is it that time of year again? Already?
Yeah. How would you explain it to our folks who have no idea what the hell Burning Man is, Dave?
I would explain it as
Turn your mic up a little. Just make sure you're up there a
a
little
gathering of
bit. Imbeciles?
either very wealthy or
Yeah.
completely drug-addicted people
Yeah.
that go out and get dirty and do drugs for 4 or 5 days straight, and whatever happens, happens.
So
It's pretty, I think-
basically dumbasses.
Yeah.
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
I would never go.
A powerful dust storm with wind gusts, and it happens in my favorite neck of the woods, northern Nevada. You know, it's my favorite neck of the woods. But this started off as an organic thing years ago, and then you've got the promoters involved who are making millions. You're probably aware of this, right, Dave?
Absolutely.
They're making millions on this thing.
Do you remember? Maybe it was a year ago that we had Wonder Hussy on, and we watched her.
Yeah.
She went and did it. She's probably there now.
We love, and by the way, I've heard through the grapevine that Wonder Hussy, that YouTube phenom, and we love her dearly, but we've heard through the grapevine she is there because I guess she likes to get dust in her orifices. Right?
Or something.
So a powerful dust storm with wind gusts reaching 50 miles per, which, by the way, is that not a great name for a rock band? Dust in our orifices. I'm telling you. .com.
At least a song.
And someone out there right now is scribbling. They're on GoDaddy right now. Okay, yeah, that'll work. Powerful dust storm with wind gusts reaching 50 miles per hour wreaked havoc on Burning Man attendees over the weekend, causing damage to campsites and art installations. And I'm just going to say it, dumb asses. I mean, the porta potties overflowing, reeking of excrement. It's like
absolutely awful.
What was the big thing back in the late '60s?
It's the Woodstock.
Yeah,
yes.
It's like Woodstock without the great entertainment.
Yeah, it's absolutely that. And if this is 2 years in a row, I don't know if you remember last year.
It was muddy, right?
The downpour monsoon rains.
Yeah.
Everybody got stuck there, left their cars,
walked
out.
Muddy mess. Turn up Mike.
We have another band name you just mentioned.
Yeah.
Reeking of Excrement.
Okay.
I actually like that one. That might be the best thing Mark
That could be
ever
my
said.
favorite. Mark C.G. Boyer on a roll. You know, when he's not sleeping at the microphone, then I wish he were sleeping at the microphone. Except for this one time someone captured this time. Write that down. Mark came up with a good one. And this was awesomeness. I don't know if you saw it. Obviously, I don't, because I don't have ESP. And I'm no damn Kreskin or Uri Geller. J.D. Vance's motorcade used the wrong side of the road, forcing Dems to hightail it to the other side with their signs. The protesters, this is simply the greatest of all time. Oh, I love these.
I did not hear that. That's
funny.
funny.
I love these folks in charge. Wisconsin Democrats. Oops, I guess I gave up the ghost.
That's not how it's pronounced.
You now know which side of the aisle I'm lined up on. They lined up in La Crosse, Wisconsin, to protest J.D. Vance, and when his motorcade came, they used the wrong side of the divided road. And if you watch this thing, you see the libs scramble to get to the other side. It is so beautiful. Good going, J.D. and your crew. You know, this is the vice president. They can use any side of the damn road they want. Yeah. I just love this. But watching them scramble in this video is super neat.
I got to see it.
As some folks might say. And speaking of good old Wisconsin, not necessarily La Crosse, but what's up, Wausau? My gosh. Tony and Beth, look at this. They couldn't resist. They sent me this ginormous Matt Allen, pass me a gallon flask.
That is just too cool.
Holy cow.
But I don't know where to hide it.
Why would you hide it? Just fill it.
Yeah, but that's what a flask is for. You stick it in your back pocket. Man, I need to gain some weight.
Well, think of it as a bulletproof armor.
Yeah, pretty much. Matt Allen, pass me a gallon. And
Speaking of Beth and Tony, I got to put it out there.
They sent me a little note. They said we couldn't pass this up. This is so you. Obviously, in the beginning of the show, you'll hear the great man from ZZ Top utter those words, Matt Allen, pass me a gallon. Yeah?
They were kind enough to send me a box of goodies. I called them and gave them a heads up a couple of weeks ago when you were at your daughter's
That's because you whine so much.
I guess that's what it is.
Yeah, you're a friggin' whiner.
You're probably right.
In fact, you are a whiner.
Well, guess what?
Yeah, that's, by the way, I'm not going to expose his last name, but that's Tattoo Dave.
Well, guess what?
Who happens to be a whiner.
These things happen.
Hey, Bill Belichick's 24...
Thank you, Beth and Tony.
Yeah, no. And thank you for this. I'm not certain how to use it. I think it's more of a novelty item.
I will teach him.
Oh, good. I do need some teaching. Bill Belichick's 24-year-old girlfriend has filed for the trademark Gold Digger. Which, I didn't like her until now. I didn't like her until right this second.
I mean, at least she's honest.
It sounds like she has a sense of humor. And maybe she's more than just an F toy to Bill Belichick. Maybe she's got her act together. I mean, that takes some smarts. And
she's a muse.
That's funny. That's really funny. And speaking of not funny, and we weren't, Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry, another one of these good-looking mayors, like the governor of California, Governor Newsom, the worst governor, pure evil. I mean, from the inside out, this man is absolute pure evil. And I promise you, I will never redact that statement. The man is a bad man. The homeless situation, which he was supposed to fix, how many hundreds of times?
Oh, and did you hear Karen Bass come out with her stupid mumbo jumbo that it's been down for the last 2 years?
Oh, yeah, you mean the homelessness?
Yeah,
Yeah.
baloney.
You know what they did was they cordoned off an area of downtown, and they said, okay, this is for the homeless. Instead of fixing the problem, they cordoned it off.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like that movie with Kurt Russell. What was that called? Escape
from L.A. or New York?
Yeah.
New York. New York.
Escape from L.A., man. I got to tell you, it is exactly like that because they keep... Talk about looking into the future. These movie makers knew what the hell was going on, and that's what we have there.
It's amazing.
So they contain the homelessness instead of, in lieu of fixing the effing problem. And this Minneapolis mayor, Jacob Fry, so good-looking guy, just another reason. Hey, my lady friends out there, voting rights, gone, canceled. This is why the good-looking dudes get in there. You know that, right? Because they get all, I'm not going to say the M word, but there's a certain, I'm not going to say that either. Women are, erogenous zone-wise, they see the guy and they say, oh, he's cute, let's vote for him. And so now notice that Dave has not said anything regarding my statement about...
I've learned my lesson.
About female rights, voting rights being taken away. Are you afraid your chick is going to be pissed at you?
No. I'm all for that.
You are? Okay.
I didn't comment on the, I make stupid comments and you say Dave has to go there and now it's, why does Dave have to take it there? So I'm learning my lessons. Until I drink a little more.
And what you're thinking is, Matt, can't you learn yours? No. The answer is no. But I got to tell you, and I say that a bit tongue-in-cheek, but you think you hate, those of you on the left, you think you hate Trump? Man, would you hate me as president, because that's the first thing I put into effect. Voting rights for females, gone. How do you think that would go over? But I'll tell you what, a better America.
You'd lose about a quarter of your votes.
Yeah, Minneapolis, about a third, maybe a third. Maybe a third, because the good conservative women, they understand that.
Yeah.
They know that the emotions of females are not good for the United States of America. Right. As Lori Downey Jr. put it last week on this very show, she says, never, ever a female for president.
Right.
Ever. Too emotional. So anyway, now
there's 2 weeks a month where we just couldn't deal with it.
Okay, now see, you had to do.
had to go.
Yeah, you had to do the menstruate thing, and it's like.
Oh, right. I'm learning my lesson. Sorry.
You're not, and I knew you weren't. Yeah, voting rights gone. We've taken care of that problem. But this Minneapolis mayor Jacob Fry, regarding the shooting by the way. Can we all agree and have we not doubled down and tripled down on this throughout the years on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, that it is a mental 99.9% of these folks, it is a mental disorder, this transphobia, this gender problem that they have. And instead of slapping them in a rubber room or getting them the help that they need, the left coddles them. Oh, it's good. You're perfectly normal. No, you're not normal. You're not normal. You have a mental effing deficiency enough to think it's right to shoot up innocent children in a church.
Okay, so that's where I thought you were
going. You son of a bitch, you piece of crap. And by the way, I wish he were still alive so he could get the firing squad.
Yeah.
And notice I'm calling him a he. Because
I didn't hear that this was another trans person.
100%.
I didn't. All I heard was
he looks a little like a cross between Carrot Top and that dude in the Cher movie, the I Am Not a Human guy.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, I just heard about he had an excess of 100-page manifesto that just basically said, I hate everybody.
Yeah, well,
Jews, blacks, Asians, Christians, everybody.
No, but he hates Donald Trump.
And Trump, yeah.
He hates Donald Trump.
So what did the church children have to do with this?
What did the church? Because he attended that church, Mark. And because he's a piece of crap who has no idea his identity and should have gotten help years ago, this piece of crap, this evil son of a bitch, grabs guns, 3 guns,
200 rounds
yeah,
into that church.
and takes out a bunch of people. And so this Minneapolis mayor, Jacob Fry, he, of course, will jump on the old bandwagon. You know, we got to do something about these guns. And as Thomas Massey, a good man, introduces repeal of Gun-Free School Zones Act. It should be repealed. Of course it should.
Yeah.
These friggin' nutbags, they know that it's a safe place to shoot.
Yep.
Is this not common sense? Dave, help me. What am I missing here?
Nothing.
They're mentally deficient idiots that don't think about what they're doing.
No, they don't. They don't, but it should be a gun-free zone. This man, Representative Thomas Massey of Kentucky, pushing a repeal of the Gun-Free School Zones Act in order to make it easier for law-abiding teachers, faculty, and others to be armed to fend off would-be attackers on school campuses. How about something as simple as a fence around the perimeter of the schools? How about make it impossible for an intruder to enter onto the school grounds without at least first checking in the office?
How about instead of spending billions of dollars on a train that's never going to get built, to hire a law enforcement at every school?
Wouldn't that be a beautiful thing? I bet that wouldn't cost billions.
Nope.
I know
we would
that.
actually save money by doing that.
Yeah, and I've got I have friends in law enforcement who would be there for the gig instantly, and they're trained to do the right thing.
Right. Or hired security, whatever. Not necessarily law enforcement.
Yeah, but
because
don't you?
We don't want to take them away from what they really. There's so much.
But damn it, Dave, you need someone in between our children and these madmen and women.
Absolutely.
And things.
Absolutely.
And whatever this piece of crap was that resembled Carrot Top. And by the way, hey, Carrot Top, I sort of apologize. I like your act. I like the prop act, guys.
I used to.
I got no problem with it.
I find it fascinating that after all this time.
Turn on the mic a little louder.
No, it's there.
He still comes up with fresh material. It's impressive.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, You're always creating. And the guy has made gazillions of dollars and deserves every penny.
Yeah, very talented.
Yeah, but just a little fence around the perimeter of the schools, keep the bad people out.
Yep.
The people who want to take your guns, by the way, have no idea how guns work. The reality is we have these assault rifles that can reel off 30 clips in conjunction, listen to what I'm saying, with a magazine before the person even needs to reload. This comes from the pie hole of Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Fry. This might actually be more idiotic than what Supreme Court Justice Ketanji Brown Jackson said in 2024. You remember? Justice Jackson says bump stocks can fire 800 rounds per second or whatever. That's the quote, by the way, during the pivotal SCOTUS hearing. Are you confused about this? Are you a gunsmith, Justice Jackson? You said you weren't qualified to give us the definition of a woman, but yet here you are out here trying to rule on technology you have no idea or no understanding. Guns are pretty simple. Anyone who's ever fired one can tell you the basics. Now, I'm not a big gun guy, but I have enjoyed myself out in northern Nevada with my hippie uncle, firing, what is the Magnum Force gun?
It's a 357.
That was, and the first one, it's like, whoa.
Yeah,
whoa. And then you understand what's going to happen, and I hit the damn can off the log, the second time. So I dig it. It's fun. Do it safely. That's 99.999% of gun owners. Am I right here, Dave?
Yeah, absolutely.
They're completely safe. They understand what a gun in the wrong hands can do, which is why we need guns in the right hands.
So speaking of which, I've got a little story for you.
Okay, hold on. Let me get through this because Tattoo Dave gave me a little thumbnail sketch of this, and it happened last night. And this sort of blows me away. Yeah. So we'll hear about it in seconds. So here's the basic, the simple aerodynamics of a gun. The modern semi-automatic platform based off the Armalite rifle designed in the 1950s, has a modular, easy-to-assemble frame that uses a removable magazine like almost every modern semi-automatic weapon.
Correct.
Older guns like the M1 Garand in WW2 often used a clip to load the bullets. Instead, these were replaced by removable magazines. Saying guns reel off 30 clips in conjunction with a magazine is so supremely stupid, though, that can you come up with an analogy even to compare it to? You can't. No. Unsurprisingly, folks have had some thoughts about His Honor Fry's gun expertise. The guy is a complete and utter lunatic and a friggin' idiot.
Moron.
And, of course, Rosie O'Donnell fantasizes about Trump dying in the trans school shooter rant. It's coming to an end. He's not doing well. Yeah. This is the same gal right here who was talking about burning steel and the fact that that has never, ever happened in the history of the world. This is the same gal that we should listen to because she's so bright, Rosie O'Donnell back in the day.
I do believe that it is the first time in history that fire has ever melted steel. I do believe that it defies physics for the World Trade Center Tower 7, Building 7, which collapsed in on itself. It is impossible for a building to fall the way it fell without explosives being involved. World Trade Center 7. World Trader 1 and 2 got hit by planes. 7, miraculously, the first time in history, steel was melted by fire. It is physically impossible.
Physically impossible. Actress and former talk show dummy Rosie O'Dummy, who fled the United States after President Donald Trump defeated Kamala Harris last November, went on to conspiracy theory-filled rants about the anti-Catholic trans Minneapolis school shooter that included her fantasizing about Donald Trump's death. She says, "When is enough, America? Haven't you all had enough of Donald Trump? The Heritage Foundation, all their BS," but she says the word because she's a lady. He's their puppet, O'Dummy said in a TikTok video posted 2 days ago. But guess what? It's coming to an end, she continued, adding he's not doing well. Whether physically, emotionally, spiritually, or all of them wrapped up into one, he's not doing well. The League of Our Own star said.
Where does she even get off saying that?
Because she's an idiot stick woke lefty. He wants to get us. He wants to get into heaven. I find that comical, she said. Hope you're planning on protesting and resisting all the administration's BS. It gets thicker every day. Get your hip boots on, people. We're going to be overwhelmed with this bull S. O'Dummy said. And remember, he lies all the time. He only lies, and when he tells on himself, like, you're not going to need to vote again after this election, believe him. I think he's not going to allow voting in the midterms. Another stupid statement. Oh, I think what he's doing now, going to all these Democratic cities, is to, by the way, isn't that Newsom? He's going to Democratic cities and Republican cities because instead of fixing California, he simply wants to be the next president because he's done so incredibly well in this state of ours.
Well, you ruin one state, why not ruin them all?
Why not ruin the entire 50 states,
exactly.
or as Obama calls it, 51 states?
When you're good at something.
I think what he's doing now, going to all these Democratic cities, declare martial law during martial law. We can't have elections. I think what he's doing, Project 2025, if you haven't read it, you should. It's your duty as an American, I think. And once you have, you should do something. I think we have just enough time for, and by the way, elsewhere in her diatribe, I'll get to some of this in just a few minutes. And of course, the big Cracker Barrel fiasco. And do we have nude pictures of the CEO?
Oh.
Just to hang in there. Something happened in Tattoo Dave's life last night after we played some poker at our buddy Chris Brown's house. And so break it down because this is real life true crime. You should be on Burl Bear's True Crime Show.
Well, he's going to call me next week.
Okay, go ahead.
So long night of poker. Got home around 1:30, I believe. And couldn't sleep, a little bit wired. So, you toss and turn and watch TV a little bit. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Went to bed. 4 o'clock, 4:01 to be precise, my Ring video camera went off, and I was barely asleep. So
hey, Dave, I always think that's the magic time for intruders, like 4 o'clock.
Well, yeah, they think, that's it's past. It's, people that come home at 2 are probably asleep by then, and everybody's home. Anyway, so the camera goes off. I'm like, what the crap? So I pick up my phone, and I look, and there's a dude in my driveway trying to get into my car.
Okay.
I sat there for a second. I was stunned, and I was like, okay. He walked away because he wasn't being forceful. He just tried to open the hatch of the door, the latch. It didn't work. He walked away. But I'm thinking to myself, okay, I have neighbors. I love my neighbors. We're friends. I have a lot of friends on the street.
Right.
I go outside. I grab my flashlight, which is 7,000 lumens, and it lights up the street.
Yeah.
And I'm looking, and I don't see him. So I go back inside, and then I'm like, you know what? Screw this. I go outside, I get in my truck, and I start driving around.
This sounds like you, Dave.
Oh, yeah, I'm not letting this go.
Okay.
I get around the block, and I see these 3 kids in a car in the driveway of a neighbor behind me.
Okay.
And I stop, and I'm like, hey, and they take off running. So now I back up. I'm following them.
Do you recognize one of them from your... Okay.
No, don't recognize them.
All right.
They have hoods on. The guy in my camera.
Oh, wait, well, hold on. They have hoods on.
Yeah.
Okay.
They all have hoods on.
Now,
And one of them had a mask on.
Enough said, Dave.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
So now I'm backwards down the street, and I'm like, shoot, I'm going to crash. I'm going to hit somebody's car. I stop. I turn around. They scatter, right? And I'm still driving around, and then I find one of them, and I keep chasing back and forth. He keeps running back and forth.
Right.
I finally tired him out. I catch him. I'm like, dude, you better stop.
Yeah.
I'm not going to, I'm a gun owner. I'm not going to say anymore.
Yeah.
I finally got him to stop. I said, freeze right there. Get on the ground.
Right.
He leaned himself against the wall. He got on, as he was getting on the ground, I thought he was about to hit me. I kicked him in the face.
Yeah, okay.
I was really pissed.
Good. Screw him.
And I grabbed this kid, and I'm like, what? You're trying to rob my car. I've got you on camera. Stay right here. I'm going to call the cops. No, please. Anyway, how old? We ended up having this little conversation. I softened a little bit.
So he was under.
He's
under
a kid.
He was under
16 years old,
which means he's not going to do much jail time, if
any.
Okay, let's go to break. All right. You know what? I'm very proud of what you did. I'm very happy for what you did.
Well, listen, I scared the bejesus out of him.
Good.
And I don't think I said, dude, I let him go. I shook his hand.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, I was a kid too. I did my stuff.
Yeah, right.
Don't do it around here. Don't do it anymore.
Good for you, Dave. I applaud you, Tattoo Dave, our producer. We'll be this after back. A lot to get to, including woke people not happy that Cracker Barrel remove LGBT and DEI language from its website. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
The legend of the Phoenix all ends with beginnings. What keeps the planet spinning? The force from the beginning. We've come too far to give up who we are. So let's raise the bar and our cups to the stars. She's up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. She's up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. We're up all night to the sun. We're up all night to get some. We're up all night for good fun. We're up all night to get lucky. 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 The present has no ribbon. Your gift keeps on giving. What is this I'm feeling? If you wanna leave, I'm with it.
The staccato hoofbeats of a golden palomino, carrying a man who fights wherever justice needs a champion.
In a hideaway on the other side of the hill, with Hollywood close enough to smell, one man dared to step up to the bar and talk. And other outlaws heard the legend and joined together to tell their tales. This is how it began. Smoking, drinking, interrupting. Magic Matt Allen. This is Outlaw Radio.
You know, I neglected to mention in the last segment that Rosie O'Donnell, who of course blamed Donald Trump instantly for the shooting in Minneapolis, instantly, elsewhere in Rosie's friggin' diatribe, The former The View co-host falsely claimed the anti-Catholic trans Minneapolis school shooter was a Republican MAGA person.
Ah, perfect.
She also couldn't be any further from the truth. This was a piece of crap suffering from dysphoria, aka a mental patient who should have been put away or at least given the help that he, she, Shem deserves. But no, the left coddles these friggin' little idiots and makes them feel as though they're normal. You're not normal. You're not normal. There's a definition for normal, and you're not normal.
Well, normal would be, 92% of the people in the world.
Yeah, normal.
And they are less than 0.5% of the people in the world.
Way less than 0.5%. This coddling has got to end. This issue is ridiculous. Thank good. Can you imagine if Kamala Harris were president? How this entire story would be turned on its friggin' head, would be turned upside down. And, of course, actress Mia Farrow, who, my God, is this a dumb bolt? She must have been the hottest in bed. Blue eyes? Oh, Frank Sinatra, God bless you, because I hope you got the best out of Mia Farrow, and I know what the best would have been, because she was hot back in the day.
Wasn't she with Woody Allen?
Yes.
Yeah, but she was
Frank first. Yeah,
but she was the great Frank Sinatra's. Did they marry? I think they married. I think she was a wife to Frankster. Actress Mia Dummy Farrow blames Republicans moments after the deadly Minnesota mass shooting. She didn't wait long before blaming Republicans and the National Rifle Association. Of course, go after the NRA. The NRA, of course, I think the number one goal is to keep things safe. Is it not? You're a member of...
I am, and yes, it is.
Yeah.
And your Second Amendment rights.
Yes. After a mass shooting at the Catholic school in Minneapolis, Minnesota, resulted in the death of 2 children and at least another 17 wounded. I think it was a Catholic school.
I heard it was a church.
Well, okay. Well, this is stupid to debate this.
Yeah,
the bottom line here is, as a parent, I don't know. I have no words, because this would be the end of my life if my child was. Her life was ended.
A parent should never see their
ever,
kids
ever. And but especially when something like this happens, that in my mind and my opinion could have been prevented. It could have been prevented if there wasn't this overwhelming onslaught of love and passion for our idiot numbskulls who are out of their minds with this dysphoria. Instead of doing the right thing, we coddle these, but we don't. The woke does.
They were married for 3 years.
Who?
Mia and Frank.
Thank you, Mark.
Well, yeah.
No, I did not. I did not ask how many years, but I got to tell you, Mark C.G. Boyer is, well, that's 1 for 2. That's not bad.
Fighting 500.
And Matt, the reason I brought up that it wasn't a debate, but the reason I brought up that it was a church was because that's part of the reason that there was no delineator separating from the public, because it was a church. It was Church of the Annunciation.
Yes, but it's also a Catholic school / church. I mean, yeah. And of course, speaking of the beautiful woke folks, the woke people are not happy that Cracker Barrel removed LGBT and DEI language from its website. Why would they be distraught? Co-founder of Cracker Barrel rakes new CEO over the coals for attempted rebrand. You know, Steak and Shake CEO, who's been on the board for years and years, he's the one who told this eyeglass-wearing, friggin' idiot stick lefty CEO, don't do this. Mm-hmm. Don't do this. He implored her. He said, this won't work. And the bottom line is, improve the food. I've heard that the food has gone sort of downhill. Put the money into the food. But once you have giant corporations take over a beloved entity like Cracker Barrel, then it's all about the bottom line. So you have those pencil pushers going in and saying, well, this doesn't have to be completely fresh. And if we got rid of the, instead of whole milk or cream, let's go this because that'll save us 10 cents and do the math. And then they save gazillions of dollars. But it is penny wise, pound foolish, and they end up losing their asses.
Well, and how is it possible that they don't see, for example, what happened with the whole Bud Light thing?
Well,
how is it that they don't see that?
But it's not they. It's not they. It's this stupid CEO because she has her agenda, don't you know?
Well,
she's been there for 2 years and made massive changes and made the company woke over 2 years. And now they will ditch its new logo for the classic one after President Donald Trump advised the restaurant chain to reverse the controversial rebranding.
Yep, it's back. The old man is back.
Yeah, well, okay. I want you to play this. This is 674, and this is from last Saturday on the show. And once again, you think I like doing this? Well, a little bit. But
what else would you have to do?
Well, you mean then to tout my own horn and toot it? Okay. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And I promise you I'm the first one to admit it. But this was last week on the show, and Ralph Odierna and by the way, our producer, Tattoo Dave, is sort of right now hoping, did I agree with Ralph on this one?
I don't believe I did.
Well,
we'll see. We'll find out.
Oh, hit it. That we're all used to seeing from years past. The company has taken it a step further, unveiling a new logo, ditching the friendly elderly man leaning on that barrel with the words "Old Country Store." Gone.
Gone.
Wow.
I don't think gone forever though.
No,
right? If you're a betting man, what do you say?
Gone forever.
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah.
I think
they can never go back.
Oh, I think they can. I think they have to admit their mistake.
I just don't find the reason
Bud
for
Light.
it. It's a woman CEO.
Yeah,
Was
but
that
Bud Light
offensive?
didn't change
Not-
their
not-
logo.
Not for long, man.
Was it offensive to her?
Yeah, down 20 points.
Yeah.
They're stuck. Down 20 points.
This is all her.
No,
It's
Lori
really-
had
it's
a good-
really nobody else. It's
Lori
her.
had a good question.
What's your question?
Was it offensive to her?
To her.
Well,
The CEO.
because she's a big lefty broad. And by the way, just the fact that Cracker is in their moniker, wouldn't that be enough? For her? I mean, wouldn't that be okay? That you're
Well, here's the other
you're
thing.
throwing us white guys under the bus, but we don't care. Okay, so the bottom line here is, what did you just hear? I said that they would go back to the old ways
And apologize.
and apologize, which is exactly what they did.
And in my defense, I didn't have any part of that. I had.
Yes, you
that
did.
That was Marty. I didn't have.
No, that was you agreeing.
I
That
know.
was Good. I love you trying to weasel your way out of this one.
It was
Dave.
Marty because he's
It
not here
was
to defend
not.
himself.
And
it was Marty.
It was not Mart. That was. Yeah, that's right. Mart's not here to defend himself. So that was Dave.
Damn it.
Yes.
I must have been drinking.
So we thank our guests for sharing your voices and love for Cracker Barrel. We said we would listen, and we have. Our new logo is going away, and our old timer will remain at Cracker Barrel. It's always been and will always be about serving up delicious food, warm welcomes, and the kind of country hospitality that feels like family, the statement continued. As a proud American institution, over 70,000 hardworking employees. Oh, I feel for them. There's nobody in them Cracker Barrels. There's just nobody in there. Look forward to welcoming you to our table soon.
Listen, I got to tell you,
It's 180-degree change, man.
Yeah,
you know,
it is. But every time I travel out of the state,
Yeah.
when I'm driving for the business or
Yeah.
doing, I stop at a Cracker
Yeah,
Barrel.
of course.
That place is awesome.
Yeah, because it's like old home. You
Yes,
know,
and the food is great,
you-
and the people are great,
you feel like $1 billion.
and it's a Cracker Barrel.
Now I am now okay. Yeah, get hold of your hats on this one. Grab your asses. I'm about to give Tattoo Dave some credit.
Oh my God.
Yeah, now get ready for
Hold
this.
on, let me get a drink.
Oh,
Because Tattoo Dave last week during this discussion of Cracker Barrel, he made what I thought was a stupid statement. He said, well, it's all about publicity, and it's, look at all the publicity they're garnering. And I said, well, they don't want this kind of publicity, which, by the way, obviously I'm correct about that. But
Oh, yes.
this is a gazillion dollars worth of publicity, as Tattoo Dave mentioned on the show last Saturday. And if they can improve their food and turn this thing around, they will be worth gazillions more in the stock prices.
Yeah, and that I believe is what I said. Any advertising is good advertising.
Right, but it wasn't their intention. But and guess what? The day that they get rid of this friggin' CEO dip ass, have I mentioned before on this show? And please, you tell me, have I not mentioned that I dislike more than any other faction white friggin' libtard woke women?
Never heard that from you.
You never
ever.
heard that? Yeah.
No.
I more than any other faction, I can't stand woke white lefties.
I believe it became even stronger 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
There's a behind the
Mark
scenes
C.G. Boyer, yeah.
aspect of the business.
Uh-huh.
The logo change wasn't overnight. It was a long time in planning. And this comes with letterheads.
Oh, yeah.
Merchandising.
Yeah.
Branding. They must have spent millions on the rebranding alone.
You should rephrase that. They must have lost
millions. But I will tell you this much: the amount of money that it takes to print a menu and all of what you just stated, it pales in comparison to the contracts they already have with those builders and rebranding the stores themselves. The amount of money that was sucked out of this company, it was about half of their worth to redo the stores instead of doing the right thing. Right. And I haven't been to a Cracker Barrel in a while. The last time I was with Mark, and I thought it was fine. It was okay. And you know, what are you looking for $15 for an entree or $17? You know, I want some comfort food. Give me some chicken fried steak, some passable gravy. Give me some biscuits and some cornbread
and some pancakes.
Yes, you're right. I'm a happy man at that point.
But the thought that went through my mind, which is pretty much empty, is that if you could get one of their rebranded ball caps.
Oh, yeah.
And then hang on to it for a period of time.
Well, yeah. Well,
then you stick it up on eBay and make some money.
Well, speaking of sticking it up, Mark.
Get your hands on it, Mark.
Here's the thing. Yeah, it'll take 100 years for that to be worth money. We've got the original founder of CEO. I'm going to play a little interview with this old guy, 93 years old. I love him dearly. We'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
He came to town with a fistful of poker chips, a fugitive with a big cigar. Folks whispered his name. They called him Magic. They called him Matt. Some people called him Trouble. Magic Matt and the Outlaw Radio Gang gather at the bar and talk.
Cracker Barrel CEO Julie Fels-Messino initially defended the changes, which are part of a broader $700 million modernization plan that includes updated restaurant interiors and menu offerings. What they've done, they brightened it up, and they want to get that junk off the wall. You know, the real antiques, which they have an entire storeroom of antiques that anytime they open a new store, they're real antiques they put up on the walls, which makes the place unique.
Yes.
I love unique.
Yes.
I love that, right?
Yeah,
right?
it's excellent. It really is.
Yeah, Julie Fels-Messino, one of the dumbest, I was going to say broads, but just one of the dumbest people on the planet.
Probably not a broad.
700 million, not a broad,
No,
because
yeah.
we love our broads,
Right.
and she ain't a broad.
Exactly.
She's a woke friggin' lefty.
Yeah.
Updated restaurant interiors, menu offerings, the company. And by the way, they even have that fake meat on their menu. That's not your audience, dummy. You friggin' dummy. You think, Julie, CEO of Cracker Barrel, you're going to take those existing folks who love your product and you're going to change their minds about what they love? You're so dumb. And she says, of course, a few days ago, well, we could have done a better job with the new logo. Oh, you think?
Yeah.
Original co-founder of Cracker Barrel has a lot to say about the rebranding chaos. I love this man. This man's 93 years old. Play it, man.
In Wilson County, one person who is watching this country fried drama with particular interest, one of the restaurant's co-founders, and he invited me to pull up a chair to chat.
This is beautiful.
You got to have some hog jaw in the beans.
At 93 years old, Tommy Lowe clearly remembers opening the very first Cracker Barrel.
On September the 19th, 1969, I went out, that was Monday morning, I went out and unlocked the door. And the people just came in.
It was a partnership between two friends, Dan Evans and himself. An old country store and restaurant along with a filling station. They just needed a little backing.
And it took forever to find 10 guys to put up $10,000.
So back then, Cracker Barrel wasn't a sure bet.
Oh, it wasn't a bet at all.
But as we all know, some 600 stores later, it did pay off. When Cracker Barrel started, and you had this idea from visiting this old general store, what were the tenets of your business that you thought would make it successful?
Well, it was just a country store, so country people.
You can see that in one of Lowe's cherished heirlooms. This is the original menu.
Yeah, there's a country boy with $1.95.
And you can almost taste that country cooking.
We served a center-cut piece of country ham on there with 3 eggs and grits and hash browns and biscuits and jelly and gravy.
Makes it
All
sound so
trademarks
good.
of Cracker Barrel, just like Uncle Herschel on the company's logo, until a brand refresh took a bite out of the barrel. Now, when you saw this logo rolled out the other day.
Oh, that's crazy. That's nothing. That's a bland nothing. It's pitiful.
Following public outcry, presidential pressure, and a stock plunge,
Pitiful.
late Tuesday, Cracker Barrel rolled back its decision, making what's old new again.
They're trying to modernize to be more like the competition. Cracker Barrel doesn't have any competition.
For Lowe, who went from vice president of operations to a decades-long board member, then loyal customer in retirement, it is just the latest misstep following a very expensive restaurant and menu update under the direction of CEO Julie Messino. Has the CEO is coming up on 2 years of being in that position. Has she ever stopped by and said hello?
Pause. This is the money shot. The question to this man who started Cracker Barrel, has she ever stopped by? Listen.
I have any idea who she is.
And she doesn't have any idea who you are?
No.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Do you think she knows the story of Cracker Barrel?
I don't think so.
No.
I heard she was at Taco Bell. But what's Taco Bell know about a Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
And country food. And the food is something that you need to work on. Spending $700 million to do that is all I've been doing. Not just throwing money out the street.
93.
Lowe says from the beginning, simplicity and authenticity were the main ingredients in Cracker Barrel's winning recipe. And today's CEO should bet on that.
Yes.
If they don't get back to the keeping the country, then it ain't gonna work.
God bless him. God bless him.
I got to tell you, there is one competitive restaurant to Cracker Barrel.
Yeah.
Black Bear Diner.
Yeah.
Very similar, not as good.
Hit and miss. My Uncle Dick and I in Reno. That's the last restaurant I ate in Reno last year, and it sucked. I must tell you.
That's too bad.
Yeah, I must tell you, it sucked.
Aren't you going to see him
This
next
man is so beautiful. And the first thing, if I were made CEO, I'd visit with the man who founded it.
Yes.
We'll be this after back.
Car, but the price ain't right. Ain't that gold? Be a downside cheaper. Yes, it would. Start riding the bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. Rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Got the parents lying. I'll pay you tomorrow. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Yeah. Make you wanna run for cover. Yes, it will. And if you look, you will discover. Yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Good God. Listen, got to go to a disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music that the DJ plays. Well, all right. And then the lights come on. Yeah. Like you knew they would. That cold. Gone home and face the music. That don't sound too good. Ain't that cold? Listen. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. It'll make you wanna run for cover, yeah. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Oh! Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yes it will. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Say it's a real motherfucker. Oh, get out of here! My goodness. Too cold. Cold-blooded, I'm telling you the truth. Let me stop here at this gas station. Give me 3 gallons of low lady. I'm full of nothing else. I better stop and give me 2 hot dogs and a strawberry soda. It's a real motherfucker. Yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Yeah. It's a real motherfucker. Yeah. Ain't that cold? Be a downside cheaper. Yes, it would. Start riding the bike. Listen. They're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. The rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Got the parents lying. I'll pay you tomorrow. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Yeah. Make you wanna run for cover. Yes, it will.
Doohickey, you know, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time! Our main event! Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Sean Young on Outlaw Radio.
Hey, this is Shelley Berman on Outlaw Radio. Listen, come on, listen to me or listen to Matt. If you like being bored, it's great for you.
It's Robert Hayes. I'm here on Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, a.k.a. The Weasel. We are here to drink. We're here to smoke. We're here to interrupt. You may drink. You may smoke. You may interrupt, but I'm here to
Live from the Lighten Up Lounge, this is Tom DeLuise saying, this is Outlaw Radio.
Hi, this is Chuck Woolery at Lighten Up Lounge on Outlaw Radio. Lots of fun, guys. Be back, 2 and 2.
Hi, this is Gilbert Gottfried, and you're listening to Outlaw Radio, where we smoke, we drink, and occasionally we bother people who look old and weak.
Hi, this is Rick Dees with Magic Matt, a.k.a. Mr. Cigar, in the Lighten Up Lounge. We drink, we smoke, we interrupt.
Hiya. In a mere minute or two, Eric Idle, 82 years old, man. Eric Idle from Monty Python asked his daughter which Monty Python jokes are offensive to modern audiences. Oh, yeah. And Gavin Newsom, the world's worst governor, deploys special police teams to major cities to fight crime. That sounds familiar. And
to fight crime or to fight Trump?
Brandon Johnson, focusing on Chicago for law enforcement, is due to disdain for working people. Oh, boy, big dummy, man, big dummy. This man is not a big dummy, and we attempted to have a convo, as the kids say, last week on the show. Couldn't find him, but damn it, I dug him up, and that's bad choice of words. He is, I believe he is an Ohioan, but I'm not certain, and I've never asked the man where he was born. He is my former father-in-law, or is it like being a Marine? Once a Marine, you're always a Marine. Is he still my father-in-law? Or
No.
Right?
No.
Right, okay.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
because the old marriage with his daughter didn't work out?
Correct.
All right, which, by the way, he predicted.
I'm pretty sure he warned you from what I heard.
Just another reason I love this man. I love his candor. Ladies and Doberman, a man who is a tremendous film critic, John DeSando from Ohio, live from Ohio, the Buckeye State. How are you, John?
Well, man, I'm just fine. I want to remind you I was the only one at your wedding ceremony.
Okay. Hold on just a second. That is absolutely not true. Now, don't start this off by these ridiculous utterings. Uncle Dick was there as well.
So you had two people.
He was there at the ceremony?
Yes, Uncle Dick. Uncle Dick was there. Wasn't he my ring bearer?
Yeah, okay.
Look, I believe he was my.
Yeah, all right.
I believe he was my ring bearer in Virginia City, Nevada, and where I married your beautiful daughter, Courtney, at the only courthouse in the United States of America where the Lady Justice has no blindfold. right. There's something to be said for that, right, John?
Well, it would have been a better time to have one, but since she didn't, look at how it turned out.
Now, let me just give you a little thumbnail of this man. He was a professor for a gazillion years in Ohio. He he looks a little like if Hugh Hefner was good looking with white hair. That's who this man would be, because he doesn't wear a tie. What do you call that thing? You know, that classic old fashioned
ascot. I thought you would know that for sure.
And I should, and I do, but you know, I've been drinking heavily today, and yeah, it's an ascot. Didn't even know her, and it looks so good on this man. He's always
Thank you.
Always dignified. And do you recall after our wedding to your and by the way, this is a man with 4 absolutely beautiful daughters, and I'm saying that on my daughter's life. I mean that because it's true. They're right.
Yeah.
They're absolutely stunningly gorgeous daughters, and one son who could be a damn male model. So that sort of tells you the genes of which these lovely folks were procured from the loins of John DeSando.
And the reason you married his daughter against his better judgment.
Well, no, it wasn't his. You know, because I think he's a pretty damn good dad, and in that, John, do you agree that you certainly. You can foretell, but you cannot give advice to a daughter about a guy, even if you don't like him, because they won't listen, right?
Yeah, I think that's especially true of the DeSando daughters. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
So I back away. However, strangely enough, I did happen to like you.
Oh, see
and
that?
I still do.
and he says that I still do. Well,
that's really weird. That's really bizarre.
I like you too. I mean, I like you a lot. Do you recall that?
And I'll tell you what, Matt.
Yeah.
Here's a little clue. What I love, among many other traits of yours, is your acerbic wit.
Oh man.
And I think that was difficult for my daughter to adjust to.
Oh, no.
I, however, thoroughly enjoyed it.
Okay, now hold on just a second. Now this is odd. I find that statement odd because your daughter is one of the most sarcastic people on planet Earth. So are you saying this tongue in cheek? Because John, I've always said that between your daughter Courtney and my own self, our daughter, lovely Alexandra, has no chance because she gets the acerbicness from both of us, which makes her even more sarcastic than the two of us put together. Right? You've noticed.
Absolutely. And you know, there's a trait in the family that I suspect you may share, and this is the cutting edge, I call it. We're a cutting family. If you screw around with us, you're out. And I've watched your daughter with the list of guests for her wedding.
Yeah.
And she cut people out masterfully.
Is that like a circle of trust?
Oh yeah. I got to tell you, I know she probably secretly wanted to cut me out, but you know, I'd already spent the money on the hotel and getting all the way to Ohio, and I forgot that it gets humid there.
Oh,
it gets humid there, John.
Man, no. I lived in New England. That's humidity.
Okay, this is. I do want to know, where were you born, John DeSando?
Rochester, New York.
Ah, see, so he's not a native Ohioan. So, but were you a kid when you got the hell out of? Oh, by the way, Rochester, known for their white hots. Man, those are great sausages, aren't they?
And the people who owned that lived right up the hill from me.
Oh, is that right, man? Oh, God, do I love them.
Schweigel's White Hot.
Yeah. Oh, they are the best.
Yeah.
So.
No, I was out of there, Matt, when I went to college, and I never looked back, really.
How does a guy from Rochester end up in Ohio then? It was a gig? It was a teaching job?
Oh, it was a vice presidency at a local university, not Ohio State, but right down from Ohio State.
Right.
I needed the job, and I got it.
John, Tattoo Dave. Oh, sorry.
Would you let our guest speak, Dave?
I thought he was done.
He's never done. He's never through.
14-0.
No. So you have an inquiry regarding John DeSando?
Yeah, I'm just curious. Is it a PhD? Are you a PhD?
Yes, in English.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Which explains a lot because your daughter is top notch in English, and if I messed up one iota, she would nail me on it. No. And by the way, you know, John, I'm not one of these guys that poo-poos that and says, "Oh yeah, screw you." I like learning. I like getting better. I like being the best. So she was very helpful there. And do you recall after our wedding there in Virginia City, Nevada at the courthouse, we ended up at that little mercantile up the street owned by that old Irish dude, and we're sitting there smoking cigars, and John told me, he said, "You know, Matt, this is not going to work out." And I said, "Well, thanks a lot, John." I said, "How do you know?" He said, "I married her mother."
That's beautiful.
Good one.
It's a good one. Yeah, that is totally a good one. Now, I don't know if you've ever been told or have any interest in the meeting between your daughter and my own self, but I'm minding my own business at the Magic Castle in Hollywood one day, sitting there at the Al Bar, and up the stairs comes your brother, and somehow I had met your brother. I don't recall how we met, but I was able to...
I suspect,
Huh?
Matt, I suspect it was through Cato.
Wow. It could have been through Cato, Kalin. You know, all roads, by the way, after all these years, you lead to Cato, Kalin.
Wow, what a pull! That's crazy.
No, but it's true. No, John is no dummy. I mean, believe me, he knows what the hell he's talking about. So, so she's walking up the stairs with your brother, and I see this beautiful vision, and I'm thinking, I'm telling you, John, I gotta have her. And I'm talking about your daughter here, but I did. Honest to God, it's true. Now, your daughter at the wedding told me an interesting story that I had no idea, not even a clue. She said that the guy I was there with was my childhood sweetheart, and we were going to be wed, and he was a part of that group, and then, obviously, you know, your daughter and I were married. She never looked back. It's like Ohio smile. Childhood sweetheart, sweetheart, screw him, and then went with me. But she then explained that she's now back with that dude.
Oh,
so many years later, and I with all honesty and all of the candor that I could muster from my heart, that did my heart good, John. It did my heart good. I hope your daughter Courtney is happy.
Oh, she is. She's with her childhood sweetheart. That is her high school sweetheart.
Yeah.
And she's back again. It's it's a boilerplate romantic American story.
Yeah.
And I think and I know that they're very happy. And one of the things that makes her happy, that he has a very pleasant, even personality without any bitterness at all. And so she's obviously learned her lesson, and she chose somebody who is completely compatible and somebody with whom she can share a life, rather than go to fisticuffs now and then, verbal fisticuffs now and then.
Well,
you are not.
No, I will tell you, John. I will tell you, John, because we're speaking of your daughter. I know that you are. It is important for you to believe everything that she said, and I get that. I completely get that.
I was going to say good one.
Yeah, but I will tell you that she is a little loose with the truth sometime. I don't expect a rebuttal. Yeah, I'm talking to her dad, but she is a bit of an exaggerator, much like our president, Donald Trump. She knows how to embellish and make stories much more interesting than they are. She should have been a writer. And P.S., I think your daughter should have been an attorney. How about you?
I think that's a good choice, but don't forget that one of her sisters, Thea, is an imaginator as well.
Oh yeah, because she's brilliant, and Thea's looking good, and Jessica and Jessica. Look, by the way, and I hate talking to a dad like this, but looking hot, man, with those pumps, and right?
Yeah, and pushing 60.
Wow,
pretty good.
Yeah, no.
Every year looking better.
No, looking really good. But I do want you to know that I understand that this is not about taking sides, because I really don't take sides. But I don't mind you siding with your daughter, even though she would fabricate a lot of crap. That's just the honest to God truth. And I don't expect the truth to ever come out, because I'm not gonna dwell on this, and I'm certainly not gonna put a microscope over this. Because I want her to be happy. How about our daughter, your granddaughter, Alexandra? And I felt like a fish out of water there. Did you get that impression, or did I fake it well?
Well, you always are, and when you impose yourself on the toast, it was even more.
Oh yeah, I know.
And I have to admit, up to a certain point, that repartee between you and her was quite entertaining.
Oh, you mean between your daughter and my own self? Is that what you're talking?
Yeah, right. That's right. Daughter-in-law. And Alexander, who has that placid personality, that just kind of brings everything into her, makes her, absorbs it and deconstructs it, and you'll never know that all this is going on in that lovely head of an attorney who spends 8 hours a day behind a computer in the entertainment business. A little bit different from the two of us, but she's still entertainment. And she's still the one with the most billable hours in her company. That's some daughter. And she met a really nice guy. And they're living down a few blocks from me. I see them now and then.
Nice.
We meet at the same coffee shop. And I want to tell you, it's really good. But the most important thing about your daughter is her even-temperedness, and her absolutely driven. I mean, that daughter went from one of the fine colleges in the UC system and just moved herself right over to NYU without any help. And then goes to Brooklyn Law, and then immediately gets herself a job, a very well-paying job, and one for which she is very suited, carrying our entertainment genes to fruition.
I got to ask you.
She's still doing it. Yeah.
What have I been consistent regarding my daughter? I have been consistent saying that she never asks anyone for anything. She does it on her own. Right, John?
Wow. Oh boy, absolutely. Did you enjoy the wedding, Matt?
It was. Listen. I don't know the guy, and I'm a pretty feasible interviewer. And no matter how many minutes that I spent with a man interviewing him, I haven't found out a damn thing about him. But I will tell you this, and I would say that I'm going to clue you into something. But his father may have said this to you, John. He said it to me. He took me aside. Here is a quote from this man who is now my daughter's husband. He said this to me, and he said, Matt, he said, good to meet you, and I thought he was a very affable, nice man. And he said, please tell me, what does your daughter see in my son? That's a quote.
Right there,
That's a quote.
Exactly what I was just going to ask you.
That's a quote. He didn't say that.
Who was asking you that?
That would be the father of the groom.
Oh, okay. So Gordon. Yeah. So Gordon asked you that.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, his son is very reserved. His son is quite the opposite of the whole line, including you, on the other side.
All of us, John.
Right. All of us. And I really like that about your daughter. She selected somebody who is loving and under the radar, even though he's about 6'3".
Yeah, he is
6'4".
tall.
He's definitely, so he is definitely a sweetheart, nice guy, and your daughter is a sweetheart, although she's a cutter. I think it's going to work out very well.
Good.
I would have to add, Matt.
Yeah.
Besides the color that you brought to the ceremony when in your repartee with Courtney.
Yes.
I would like to say one of the most eccentric moments would be you smoking a cigar back in the tent. Everybody else listening to the music, and Wayne coming and enjoying your company, whom, among other things, he characterizes you as a character.
Yes.
And then you're calling Cato
Oh,
now, who and what wedding do you call Cato Caleb?
Well, I'll explain.
And
I'll explain it. And by the way, Wayne is John DeSanto's best friend of a gazillion years. And Wayne took the time out of his busy schedule of smoking and drinking to come over and sit down with me. And he mentioned Cato. He said, you know, I met Cato years ago, and we had this conversation. He said, I'd really like to talk to him again. And I said, well, let me get him on the phone. So that's how that started. And I put him on the phone with Cato. And he really wanted to talk to you, John, but you were nowhere. Well, I guess you were over at the rock and roll party a few yards away from the tent. And by the way, I did dance with your daughter. I don't know if you were, I think you had probably left.
I know, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I danced with your daughter because Head Like a Hole by 9 Inch Nails was playing. And so I ran over there and I looked at Courtney and she gave me this nod. She like, I know. She's the one who turned me on to that band from Ohio, Trent Reznor and the boys. And she has great taste in music, as does my daughter. Real quickly here, John DeSanto. You are a maven when it comes to films. You know films inside and out.
Well, I make a living doing it.
Yes, and he does. Give us a little plug for your venue.
Oh, I have 4 shows for National Public Radio. I produce 4 and I host 4. 2 of them have been on for a couple of decades. One's called It's Movie Time and the other is called Cinema Classics. And they're on Thursdays and Fridays out of WCBE 90.5 FM here, and they're published by NPR all over. I have 2 podcasts, Matt. One called Double Take, and the other called Back Talk. Those 2 podcasts are currently listed by FeedSpot in the top 10 NPR movie shows. So I'm feeling really good about that.
Excellent.
And yeah. And you know, right in your hometown, I got the award for the national award for at the Los Angeles Press Club about 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, but only,
entertainment journalism.
Yeah, but only because John DeSanto, you deserve it. You, my friend, have a flair for showbiz. How do folks find your stuff? They can probably just punch in John DeSanto.
You bet they could.
Yeah.
And yeah, very. You don't even have to remember WCBE. Just do that, and you should get all the deal, all 4 shows.
So check.
So that's been keeping. Been keeping me busy, and and let me say that I have to give you some credit because I appeared on your cigar show about 25 years ago.
Yeah, some credit,
and that got me going.
Good, some credit. Well, you got to make it quick, Mark.
Okay. What recommendations for movies this year you
That's
should
exactly
watch?
Give us a couple great movies that are sort of under the radar that would only know this because this prolific film critic by the name of John DeSanto knows what he's talking about.
Well, let me give you 3. Currently, within the last few weeks, there are 2 under the radar. One is called Highest to Lowest. And that is Spike Lee's newest movie. It's brilliant.
With
it stars Denzel Washington. And it gets him out of the hood and into the high rise. And believe me, it is great. You would like it because Denzel plays a movie mogul, and actually a music mogul, and his son has been kidnapped. The other
wait, John. Anything with Denzel in it, I'm in.
Me too.
Continue.
Oh,
nice.
Me too, man. And wait till you see him on this. Even his toupee works very well.
Okay, good. Go ahead. See the DeSantos cutting. They're cutting. Okay, continue. We're running out of time.
All right. So probably my fave so far this year. Now remember, most of the good movies are coming out now. So this one endures over the year. It's called The Materialists.
All right.
And this stars Pablo Pascal and Dakota Johnson. And she plays something that your daughter spent quite a few years doing, a kind of coaching role.
Okay.
And she's challenged by the usual conflict between having a loving boyfriend who's an actor trying to get a job, and Pablo Pascal, who plays an industrialist of sort with oodles of money and charm.
All right.
And she has to decide, Yeah.
Not
So
a big,
he has to decide.
not a big fan of Pablo, but okay. Movie number 3, go.
All right. So the third one is called Eden. And now you haven't heard anything because they are not promoting it as much, but it is a director whom you know. And I'll bet you might have met him sometime. His name is Ron Howard.
Oh,
Yeah,
boy.
of course. Yes.
And this is a completely different movie from anything he's ever done. It's a true story set in the Galapagos Islands in 1929.
Like it.
And Jude Law plays the doctor
Like it.
who had moved there.
Jude Law is
And
great.
and when you get some people encroaching on his life and the Galapagos, it's not pretty. But it's beautiful. It's done. It's even sexy. Can you believe that? I'm saying that with Ron Howard. Notwithstanding Splash.
Yeah. Well,
You mean Richie
but
Cunningham?
anyway.
at least you're not talking about his brother. His
Cunningham.
brother, Ron Howard's brother, the sexiest man on the planet. Listen, my friends, John DeSando, you heard it here first. 3 movies are must-watches. Hey, John, I must tell you that you have, being a part of my life, you have embroiled me in nothing but nasty things, come to think of it. No, I take that back. This, no, you know I'm kidding.
Well,
To meet you.
I
love you dearly. I love you from my heart. Thank you for making me a smarter guy.
Back at you, my friend. And I am a broadcaster of some note because of you.
Oh, there he is. That's oh God, I'm gonna cry. I really do. I love this man. We are politically on completely 2 sides of the fence, but yet we can have a
You think so?
We can. So did he say that tongue in cheek,
Yes,
or did
he
he
did.
mean it? No, I think it was tongue in cheek. All right, hey, John DeSando, longer
All right.
life, my friend. You and
you too, man.
You and your ascot, you have a nice day. We'll be this after back on Magic
Good
Matt's
night,
Outlaw
John.
Radio. I love that guy. I love that guy.
BBC would like to announce that the next scene is not considered suitable for family viewing. It contains scenes of violence involving people's heads and arms getting chopped off, their ears nailed to trees, and their toenails pulled out in slow motion. There are also scenes of naked women with floppy breasts.
Where's the fucking music?
Whoa.
I mean, it's not that difficult. I said play that as the bumper and then play a song. No, find another one. I'll edit this. By the way, see you folks watching us on YouTube and Rumble, and how fun is this? Behind the scenes crap that our gorgeous radio stations will never, the listeners will never hear this stuff. No, you can't do it while I'm talking.
I want to do it while you're talking. I want to shut you up.
All right, pump it up, and then hit it. No, I heard a glitch there. No, do it again, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right,
Mr. Allen.
Okay. After I say do it, listen. After I say do it again, give it a second, and then see it'll make editing so much easier.
Do it again.
Not when you say it. When Dave.
Do it again.
No, see, you saying it doesn't help.
I know, but I'm still waiting for you. But I'm just
okay.
Doing, that's a cue.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Do it again. Welcome back, my friends, my friendlies. If you just tuned in, you missed my former father-in-law, John DeSando. Erudite, articulate, one of the smart guys. But man, when it comes to politics, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. You know, well, enough said. Professor in Ohio. He's a professor. I mean, you know, what's he going to be? Which side of the aisle is he going to be on? And by the way, I may get a wild hair at some point and have a conversation with him about politics. I think that might be fun, right, Dave? I think
that will never happen.
No, why?
Because I just do.
I have no. Listen, what's
you got nothing to lose. I get it.
Yes. What's the downside?
Right, I get it.
I mean,
you get upset and angry.
No, but who would? I wouldn't. How would? Do I get angry and upset?
No,
I don't. No, I don't.
No, I get angry when you say stupid stuff.
Yes, Mark, and like that because I have conversations, and I love having the proof behind my statements.
Listen, if I'm being completely transparent,
yes.
Matt loves the opportunity to defend himself and debate anybody. So that would be a highlight.
Yeah. So. By the way, Dave, you are right. When Mark says stupid stuff, that really pisses me off.
Yeah, as does it I.
Yeah. All right. Now the reason why you heard was that Eric Idle. That was Eric Idle saying that, right?
Yes.
The BBC. Yeah. Play that one more time because I love that little snippet so much. That is Monty Python, one of the weirdest shows ever. You have to have a mindset that can understand that non sequiturs are good in comedy. It's the only way you would understand any of this. Go.
BBC would like to announce that the next scene is not considered suitable for family viewing. It contains scenes of violence involving people's heads and arms getting chopped off, their ears nailed to trees, and their toenails pulled out in slow motion. There are also scenes of naked women with floppy breasts.
Okay, now play this other one because you talk about epitome of non sequitur because that's what these guys are. Or were. They're very old now.
Geniuses.
I mean, Eric Idle is 82 friggin' years old. But do the 485
there.
because this is in what's the classic movie? Well, play it.
Flying Circus.
You're the knights who say knee.
And the movie?
Oh, Holy Grail.
Oh, Holy Grail.
Holy Grail. Okay. The complete non sequitur. Why would knights say knee? Wait, what does that mean? There is no meaning. They just happen to say the word knee. It's stupid. It's ridiculous. So you really have to understand that sort of mindset.
Well, all of the other people, not the knights that say knee, are terrified of them saying knee.
Yes, but why knee? It makes absolutely no sense.
Oh, and asking for the shrubbery.
Eric Idle, 82 years old now, asks his daughter, who is 35. By the way, man, talk about having kids late in life.
Yeah.
Which Monty Python jokes are offensive to modern audiences? This man is a comedy legend. I don't give an ass which side of the aisle the man is on or any of the Monty Python dudes. Original founder of Monty Python comedy troupe has been running jokes by his millennial daughter to see which ones would be offensive now, which I think is sort of funny. It's sort of funny concept. Speaking with BBC Radio 4's The Cultural Life, Idol said that his upcoming tour of Always Look on the Bright Side of Life, that's beautiful, will not feature some of his famous Monty Python tracks because his 35-year-old daughter, Lily Idol, deemed them offensive. All right, Eric, shame on you.
Those are the ones he should play.
You bet your ass, Mark. Shame on you. Shame on you listening to your 35-year-old daughter. These jokes gave you not only a career, but made you a legend. They made you a legend.
I want to be a woman.
No.
From now on.
No. Speaking with BBC Radio, the Cultural Life, will not feature. Okay. Sometimes I'll ask my daughter or my goddaughter, Idol says, I'll say, can I say these things? And they'll say, yeah, that's okay or not. I don't worry about being canceled, Idol added. Well, I guess you are a little bit. I guess it sounds like you're worried. I'm not saying terribly controversial things. I'm trying to make them laugh. You can't sing some of my songs now. You can't sing I Like Chinese. You can't do that anymore. So there's one or two songs, but I write new ones, which is quite a nice challenge. As noted by Metro, the song's lyrics include, I like Chinese, they only come up to your knees, and they're cute and they're cuddly, and they're ready to please. I Like Chinese was performed during O2 variety show Monty Python Live as recently as 2014, and last year Eric performed a partial version on January 18th for San Francisco Sketch Fest, though it isn't clear which bits were omitted. Idol appreciated the staying power of his most famous song, Always Look on the Bright Side of Life. Yeah, the meaning of life. That was...
Yeah, he's on the cross.
Yeah, what a great movie. If you've never seen The Meaning of Life, it is simply a great movie.
You got to see all the Monty Python.
Yeah,
it's just.
I find that very moving. It really pleases me that people choose it at a very solemn and sad moment in their lives. He said, Idol previously told The Daily Show that comedians should be more thoughtful in the modern age. Wrong. Eric Idle, wrong and wrong. This is not about being more thoughtful. No, this is about funny. Whatever funny is, do funny.
Yes.
Yeah, forget about thoughtful.
Forget about fighting woke.
My favorite Idol
Listening to his 35-year-old daughter will get you into trouble. Yeah, Mark?
My favorite Idol bit is from Meaning of Life, where after the large guy at the restaurant,
it's the
Mr.
best.
Creosote, he says, do you want to know what my meaning of life is? And you follow him walking.
Yeah, and he keeps walking and walking.
And he shows you a house.
And then he finally says, F off. No, it's beautiful. You can't be hip and cool and all that at 81, but you can't be unthoughtful. Yes, you can, if it's funny.
Yes.
Unfunny has nothing to do with thoughtful or unthoughtful. Eric, you must be mindful of what people are thinking. Wrong. You were mindful? During your heyday, you were mindful of what people. You were mindful of the Queen.
But Matt, keep in mind, it didn't matter.
The Barb's Monty Python threw at their Queen.
It didn't matter back then.
With a big fake queen head. It doesn't matter now.
It doesn't. But he's fighting woke. Because what he's doing.
But he just said this is not about being woke, and you're full of crap,
right.
Eric Idle.
Exactly.
You're full of crap. He says my job is to make them laugh. Well, remember that.
Yeah.
Because Eric Idle is talking out of both effing sides of his mouth now. My job
wonder
is
which side of the fence he's on.
We know he's British, and I like to hear them laugh. I think it's a sickness. Idle has not said if he still supports the famous Loretta line from Monty Python's Life of Brian, which, by the way, we're getting into, in which he plays a man desiring to become a woman during ancient times. This is the bit they're speaking of.
I want to be a woman. From now on, I want you all to call me Loretta. What? It's my right as a man.
Well, why do you want to be Loretta, Stan?
I want to have babies.
You want to have
babies?
It's every man's right to have babies if he wants them.
But you can't have babies.
Don't you oppress me.
I'm not oppressing you, Stam. You haven't got a womb. Where's the fetus going to gestate? You're going to keep it in a box?
Here, I've got an idea. Suppose you agree that he can't actually have babies, not having a womb, which is nobody's fault, not even the Romans, but that he can have the right to have babies.
Good idea, Judith. We shall fight the oppressors for your right to have babies, brother. Sister, sorry.
What's the point?
What?
What's the point of fighting for his right to have babies when he can't have babies?
I want to be a woman.
That is so beautiful because that we have gone through this crap for the last 4 years.
I was going to say, what is that, 50 years ago?
Yes, and we have gone through this crap fighting for the right for a male to have a baby. They were doing it as parody. They were doing it because it was funny, and then it became to fruition because these idiot sticks on the left really believe this crap.
I blame them.
I don't think they ever believed it. I don't think they ever believed it, but yeah. Oh, Eric Idle, take some sage advice from your old buddy Magic Matt here on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio. Not quite as famous as you, Eric, but I sage advice. Don't listen to your 35-year-old daughter. Yeah. Do what's funny, because funny is funny is funny. Period. Seinfeld, even Seinfeld, that boy ain't on the right. He's definitely on the left. That man knows funny, and he spoke of this a few years ago when woke went out of control, and he said, "Stop it already. Funny is funny." There should be you shouldn't be hamstringed by some idiot stick telling you that, well, that's politically, screw that. Man, if Monty Python listened to politics, they would have no show. Nope. They never would have had a show.
Yeah, their entire ethos was anti-establishment.
100% anti-establishment,
anti-control.
Which by the way, and I really haven't spoken of this much, but I will now. I'm in the mood. What put Howard Stern on the map?
Anti-establishment.
Anti-effing establishment. Yep. All of a sudden, then, he starts cozying up to Kamala Harris. He starts cozying up to Joe Biden. Had both of them on his show. Now, if he would have asked Donald Trump to be on the show, I'm certain Donald Trump would have done a show, right?
I would imagine.
You don't think
he's been on the show before?
No. Before what, Mark?
Before ever being president.
All his politics stuff.
Yes.
When he was just
before 2016.
I don't want to piss anyone off by saying this, but duh.
Yeah.
How about duh? Yeah. You know that I'm talking about the current climate and he as president.
Yes.
But he as president, he's bad because he's Republican. But I think it's more than that. I think it's more than Howard Stern, who I have known since 1987. And always adored the guy because he's one hell of an interviewer. Those who say that, well, he gained success because of the poo-poo humor and all that. No, his interviewing skills were very, very good. And he'd get to the bottom line of things that no one else would ask. And I always appreciated that. But then all of a sudden, he becomes establishment.
Yes.
And this is why he has lost about 3/4 of his effing audience. There was no reason for this except, in my opinion, I believe that he is so rich. He has so much money that now that now he wants to be accepted by those upper crust in showbiz, those who happen to be on the left, and he likes the crudité. He likes a little vodka on occasion. I know he does that. A little wine, and hanging with those in the Upper East Side in Manhattan. He wants to be accepted. So I guess it's about priorities. And Stern made the decision. Well, listen, I've made enough money. So now I'd like to be accepted by these folks. And what he did was screwed his career. Does that hurt him financially?
No.
I can't imagine. He's got more money than God. So it's not about money. But damn it, you build a career on being anti-establishment, and then all of a sudden one day you decide, well, I'm not that guy anymore. I think that, is this the true Howard Stern? Is this really who you are, Howard? And if that is, shame on you. I always knew he was a Democrat. Fine. There are many, many old school Democrats, my Uncle Dick in Northern Nevada, who doesn't quite understand that his party is gone. I mean, my Uncle Dick owns about 25 guns. The man loves government staying out of his life, but yet it could be more than him simply being a Democrat. He's just a Trump hater. And there are so many of those because Trump is, quote-unquote, boorish. He says what's on his mind. God bless him. That's what we need in politics. Someone who will tell you the effing truth. At least in their mind. This is the truth.
Yeah, but in their mind, it's a lie.
Not trying to curry favor. Not trying to effing curry favor. So Howard, his parents, old school classic Democrats, loved his, as he puts it, mommy and daddy. I always found that a little weird at his age, when he'd have conversations with his mom and dad. Say, thank you, mommy. Maybe he's doing it a shtick. I doubt it. The guy's a geek. He's a complete geek who turned that geekiness into super effing stardom, but then screws his loyal listeners. The people that made you the gazillions of dollars, Howard Stern, you have now thrown under the bus and said, screw you, I can't stand you people. I can't stand anyone who votes for Donald Trump. And he made that effing statement. Yep. Isn't that just blows my mind. There, got it off my chest. I still don't hate the guy. The guy is a talent, and we'll be this after back on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
Wanna buy a new car, but the price ain't right. Ain't that gold? Be a downside cheaper, yes it would. Start riding the bike. Listen, they're making milk out of powder. Yeah, they are. Got the babies crying. Poor baby, they know what that stuff is. The rent's gone up higher. Yes, it is. Got the parents lying. Lord, it's a real motherfucker, yeah. Make you wanna run for cover, yes, it will. And if you look, you will discover, yeah. Lord, it's a real motherfucker. Got to go to a disco. Throw your troubles away. Dance to the music.
Recognize my voice? You might not, huh? This is the Money Man, Eddie Money, with my good buddy Magic Matt right here. Outlaw Radio. Let me do it again. Are you an outlaw? I'm an outlaw, huh? My probation officer loves me. This is Money Man, my good buddy Matt right here on Outlaw Radio. Stick 'em up, motherfucker.
All right, I'm speaking to you, you lovely ladies, you lovely females who I absolutely adore. Well, Matt, how can you say that when you want to take the vote away from us? I want to take the vote away from you because it's the right thing to do. However, I adore you. I adore females. If I didn't, I'd be worth millions of dollars today. I have dumped so much money. When I was talking to John DeSandro, my ex-wife's father a few minutes ago. I was a good boy. You got to admit, I was a good boy.
Yes.
I wanted to mention that because, and then you hear all the blasphemous things that his daughter has said about me, and so many lies. She really is. It doesn't really hold true to the truth. However, I want her to be happy, and that's true. Stay in Ohio. Stay
with your guy that you can manipulate.
Be happy in Ohio, Courtney. To say, oh, by the way, she's smarter than most everybody. So yes, and you're right about that, Tattoo Dave.
Yes.
So God bless you. But I'm talking to you lovely females. Next hour, I'm going to help you with your region, with the vagies. I'm going to help you sort of if it is drooping, I'm gonna pull it I'm gonna tell you how to pull it together next hour. I'm telling you, I'm here to help.
Oh my!
I am
scared.
Yes. I don't have a doctorate. I am not a clinician. However, I have common sense, and I'm going to help you with the drooping giant. The G.
Nether region?
Drooping labia.
Yeah. So I will help you with that next hour. Gavin Newsom deploys special police teams to major cities to fight crime. Sounds familiar. Isn't that what Donald Trump is doing? Yeah. Oh, yeah. The moniker Maverick was given to John McCain, but this man, my friends, is truly a maverick. A man by the name of John Fetterman, Pennsylvania, senator, once again is broken with his fellow Democrats, this time defending President Donald Trump's plan to add a large ballroom to the White House. The plans are going to be done in a tasteful and historical kind of way, Fetterman said in an interview this week with Fox News Digital. They're not putting in a Dave and Buster's kind of situation here. So I think upgrading some of these facilities seems pretty normal.
What a turnaround from this guy.
Well, yeah, I think he's always been the same guy.
No, I think since the stroke, he's completely flipped the switch.
Maybe, yeah. Water's fine over here on the right side of the aisle, Johnny. Fetterman, to the surprise of many pundits, has emerged during Trump's second term as a maverick, a bipartisan-minded Democrat who has backed the president on a variety of issues, including Israel, the border, calling immigration riots, and the administration's airstrikes on Iran's nuclear facilities. Maybe he's going to throw his hat in the ring to be president.
Oh, the president.
By the way,
please do.
He's like the only one on that side that makes any sense, that might get the attention of some of, not me, but those on the right who are a little on the fence. Other Democrats have blasted the president's $200 million ballroom plan. White House officials say will be paid by donors and President Trump. He's not even taking government money to do this. This is simply a new ballroom, and he's not costing us a damn thing. What is the problem?
A place to party.
What is the right? Billy Dilly, a place to party. If that ain't an upside, we'll be this after back. A lot to get to, including helping you lovely ladies next hour on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio, on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and the finest radio stations in America. I thank you from the bottom of my bottom and the bottom of my heart for hanging.
Wait a minute. Huh. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the stretch. Right to Harlem, Hollywood, Jackson, Mississippi. If we show up, we gon' show out. Smoother than a fresh drop. Skip it. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Call the police and the fireman. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Make a dragon wanna retire, man. I'm too hot. Hot damn. Bitch, say my name, you know who I am. I'm too hot. And my band bought that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. little something. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. I said uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Uptown, funk you up. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. If you freak dead and own it. Don't brag about it, come show me. Come on, dance, jump on it. If you said and flown it. Well, it's Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! Stop. Wait a minute. Fill my cup, put some nigga in it. Take a sip, sign the check. Julio, get the strap.
Yo. What's going on, Radio Land? Tattoo Dave here. Hey, man, just wanted to say thank you. We love you. Subscribe, like, follow. Do your thing so we can do our thing because we love doing our thing so you can enjoy our thing. Love you all. Thanks so much.
And my band about that money. Break it down. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Girls hit you, hallelujah. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Cause Uptown Funk don't give it to you. Saturday night and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh! If you're down with love, you wanna make things better. All we gotta do is just come together. Weather the storm, take my hand, and follow my lead to the promised land. 'Cause we the people, we gotta unite and follow that good time guiding light. Climb aboard this love boat and rock that bitch up and down the coast.
In order to form a more perfect union, do ordain and establish this Constitution for the United States of America.
Standing up and standing tall. 'Cause it's all for one. And it's one
doohickey, the doohickey that rolls.
Hi, this is Meatloaf. Okay, kids, you know what time it is? You know what time it is? It's Outlaw Radio time!
The most imitated radio station in the nation.
I'm through with standing in line for some fun to begin, but I found a good thing leaving me with a grin. It's time for Outlaw Radio to begin.
You have the great Billy Gibbons here? Yeah.
It's very cool.
He just passed out. Yeah. Hey, that didn't sound too bad.
Had to lighten them up loud.
Oh, man.
We're here with Matt.
Oh, yeah.
Had to lighten them.
Oh, little Outlaw Radio.
We're here with Matt.
And he's not fat.
We got all these guys and girls in the house. Let me tell you, that's where it's at. And that's, ladies and gentlemen, Matt Allen. Pass me a gallon.
Yeah, little old Magic Man encouraging you to do what Tim and Paula do in Wausau, Wisconsin. And that is enjoy the show over cocktail hour. Tim and Paula do that because they enjoy the good life. And Tim and Paula set us a care package that was extraordinary. Of course, the great Wisconsin cheeses, the great sausages, some beef jerky that was the best beef jerky I've ever tasted in my life. And for my brother and our producer, Tattoo Dave, as I understand it, the greatest, is it venison or elk?
Venison jerky, three different flavors, teriyaki, bourbon, and I forget the other one. But thank you guys from the bottom of my bottom.
Good people, man.
Unbelievably
good people. Tim and Paula, who, by the way, won our contest so many years ago, the What'll It Be? The What'll It Be contest. And I simply threw out, what'll it be? What movie is that from? And, of course, Tim, who, by the way, was dealing, I don't know, a year ago or so with a passing of his mother.
Oh.
And God bless you. I think about your mother, especially when you send us packages. I think, would Mama want you to send this to us?
I just think what a great guy that she raised. That's what I think.
All right. You didn't even know his mother passed, so how would you have thought that?
It didn't matter. Whether she was alive or not, she still raised a great guy.
By the way, folks, third hour, Tattoo Dave.
Drunk.
At least, he said it. He said it.
I'm not giving you the credits.
Hey, man, it happens. But
No. I'm just saying, what a great guy.
Yeah. Well, by the way, Tim and Paula, I've never seen a picture of these two. Just like radio people, before, of course, all this social media and the fact that Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio is on YouTube and the fact that you can buy us a bourbon. Right there.
Mentioned that in a
For
while.
those of you who are watching us, buymeabourbon.com. Simply go to buymeabourbon.com, and you can buy all of us here on the show a bourbon. There it is.
Hey,
please
three or four of you do that?
Yeah. Billy Dilly, what? What do you? What?
I said, could 3 or 4 of you do that? Buy us a bourbon.
I love that Billy Dilly. Hoorah, man! A real live dyed-in-the-wool Marine, who, by the way, is no puss, man. How he gets to this show every week,
unbelievable.
To me, it is unbelievable.
It is,
because it takes him what would take us in a car about 19, maybe 20 minutes,
way less.
You're right. From Glendale to here in the valley, in the San Fernando Valley of Los Angeles, it takes him several hours. And what do you call that thing you ride? It's
my little mobility scooter.
Okay,
it's a motorized wheelchair is what
mobility scooter, and he puts it on a bus, and I take
it on the train.
And he stops here and he stops there, but he's always here.
Listen, I got to tell you, I've passed him on the way here and offered to pick him up and put his thing in my truck. He's nope, I got it. I'll be there. He's loaded with groceries and whatever else he brings.
He's Billy Dilly.
He's an amazing guy.
You are a credit to the United States of America and
Yes.
us Americans, and God bless you. I love this man.
God bless you,
Have
Billy.
fun in life.
I love this man. My new brother, Billy Dilly.
New?
God bless you, man. So Tim and Paula, God bless you too as well.
And Beth and Tony.
We've already.
I'm just including them.
Okay.
because
Well, when you
the
start
flask-
when
the
you
flask
start
is-
hosting the show, you can do that. But I just finished it, and we paid homage to Beth and Tony because
The Tattoo Day Show.
never ever gets old. Brandon Johnson. Some things we do for ourselves, and that Dave does for himself.
I do.
Brandon Johnson, focusing on Chicago for law enforcement, is due to disdain for working people. This just happened yesterday on MSNBC's. Wait, are they MSNBC? They changed their logo, though. Do you think that's going to stick?
Oh,
it's
boy.
like now live or something? It's just stupidity. It's put a plug in the jug, as my dad would say. Put the fish in the net. It's over. It's MSN, whatever you call yourself, no one gives an ass. You have a bunch of stupid SE, SH, and the SE hosts. You've got nothing going on. Just goodbye.
Yes.
And even NBC separated themselves from MSN. Like, that's going to help. And then MSN, what's their new logo? Who cares what their new logo is? They have gone on record as saying, well, we think this is a positive, separating from NBC. They were your lifeblood. They were the only one doing investigative journalism. So now, as bad as you have been, you're worse. You got no one. You got no bodies. It's just just play cool Bugs Bunny cartoons on that channel. I'd watch. Then I'd be into that. I like that. That's fun. And by the way, completely politically incorrect. The way they'd blow up each other and so on.
There's been controversy over the original two-reelers for years.
Oh, and it's the best. It's a cartoon, dummies. Hey, dummies, it's a cartoon.
Trump's going to Chicago.
So yesterday on MSNBC's The Briefing, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson, who, by the way, wow, there's a brain trust coming at you, stated that the Trump administration is focusing on Chicago for immigration enforcement and crime because, and I quote, because there's clearly a disdain for working people. So hold on a second. Isn't this what I do believe that the Orange Man is 100% behind working people. Yes. He's done everything to sort of prove that. But then this dip-ass Brandon Johnson likes to make it clear that it's a disdain for working people. Actions aren't about crime. Listen, dip-ass Brandon Johnson, you could learn a thing or two from D.C.'s mayor. You could learn a thing or two from her because she gets it. She has taken time out of her schedule to explain that what Trump has done in the district there in D.C., it's not even a state. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just find that odd. It's like make it a state or don't make it a state. I guess I don't care. Yeah, I just find it odd. It's sort of an oddity.
It's for diplomats
I do.
coming in.
Matt, I got to tell you a little story.
It's like what?
It's for diplomats coming into the United States.
Yeah, it's like what is that? You're not a state? Yeah,
It's
you
not a
asked that too,
state.
Dave? Yeah.
They can come.
So-
they don't get arrested.
A couple of days ago, I had a friend reach out to me. She was the wife of one of my best friends that passed away. Long story, I won't get into.
Yeah.
Asked me to help her. She was trading in her motorcycle and her car for a new car.
Mm-hmm.
She is a complete 100% leftist,
Mm-hmm.
and we talked a little bit, and I said, Carol, it's best that we don't discuss politics.
Right.
No names mentioned, but her name is Carol.
All right.
And she went on to go on and on.
Yep.
The extreme left that she is, and most of these people are,
Right.
to tell me how Trump is this fascist and he's trying to go back to 1932 Nazi,
yeah.
and this. I was just like, Carol, let's just not talk about.
So
politics.
you're doing the smart thing. You're being diplomatic.
I
you
try.
you want to help her.
I did help her,
but yet, and you continue to at some point. And by the way, I'm the same sort of guy. Even though she's an idiot, I would probably follow through.
And here's even the worst part about it. So she's trading in her vehicle that is 25 years old.
Get on that mic, yeah.
25-year-old vehicle and her Harley Davidson, which she used to ride with us back in the day.
So she's a biker chick?
Yeah.
Leather biker?
Kind of.
Yeah.
And, went through her stages, drinking, not drinking, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
But she trades in these vehicles. She takes me to this dealership for an electric vehicle, a Kia completely electric vehicle, not realizing that she needs a charger and to have the 240 volt charging system
at home
installed in her house.
Right.
And I'm looking at her at the dealership after I went to her house, dropped my bike off, picked up her bike, drove it over there, and I'm like, Carol, you really didn't think this through, did you?
Well, she's a lefty.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's Dave, it's about emotion.
It is insane.
It's about emotion.
It's insane.
Trump is bad. Electric cars are good.
Yeah.
Matt?
Yeah.
Do you want to know why it's a district?
Well, can you give it to me in 10 seconds?
Very quickly.
Yeah.
In the Constitution, the original Constitution, and this shows the genius of our founding fathers, they wanted to make sure that the legislative area, White House, Congress, had absolutely no outside influence from any state.
Smart. Yeah, no, it's smart. Now, by the way, I'm going to feign as though I didn't know that. But yes, but yes.
Please don't tell me you're agreeing with Mark Blair.
But he's right. And I love that, even though that really wasn't my point. My point is that it's weird that it's not a state. That's all.
Yeah.
Waters, old Waters, that good-looking gal who is here in Los Angeles spouting off her big friggin' pie hole, dumb as a mud fence, and boy, does she hate Whitey. This Maxine Waters, man, she wants to invoke the 25th Amendment because she says understand, this is Maxine Waters saying this. She's saying something's wrong with Trump. This was yesterday on MSNBC. Rep. Maxine Waters said it was time for the cabinet to invoke the 25th Amendment to remove President Donald Trump. This is the broad here. This is the same gal right here.
I don't see it, sorry.
Top of the page, much?
Oh, got it.
And then always, we have to hear the duck. By the way, for terrestrial stations, you will not hear the duck, and I think you're being left out. For the but
my
you
faux pas.
but you aren't, my friends, because you're watching us on YouTube, on Rumble, on X, and thank God you are. We're making sausage. We usually don't let you know all the cartilage inside the sausage, but now you do know, and boom.
If we can't protect the children, we can't protect anybody. If you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome. People are going to turn on them. They're going to protest. They're going to absolutely harass them until they decide that they're going to tell the president, no, I can't hang with you.
Not in D.C. Not in the U.S. Not in D.C. Not in the U.S. Not in D.C. Not in the U.S.
Our issue is strong borders, no crime. Their issue is open borders. Let MS-13 all over our country. That's what's going to happen if you listen to them.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, so that's the woman, Maxine Waters, who wants to invoke the 25th Amendment because she says something's wrong with Donald Trump. Yeah, we have to live with that broad here in the formerly great state of California. She is a dumbbolt. She is a race baiter. She truly is a piece of
shiznine.
Kim Kardashian trashes Trump illegal immigration crackdown from Italy. Kim Kardashian Is she the one with a big ass?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. I just, listen, I got no problem.
I mean, it's scrumptious. I got to say.
I love the female form, so, big, small, whatever. But if you don't point things out, then I may not know that I'm speaking of the right Kardashian.
I believe it was surgically enhanced.
Well,
Injection here.
I do.
Okay.
Not injection.
May I throw in a little P.S.? Why would you do that?
A little
Right.
booty.
Well, because,
Body dysmorphia.
I
mean, it's obviously body dysmorphia. Yeah. Next thing you know, she's going to be armed and go to a Catholic church. Kim Kardashian. By the way, hey, did you hear what Mark laughed? And that's inappropriate.
Well, everything Mark does is pretty
Kim
much
Kardashian trashes Trump illegal immigration crackdown. If you just tuned in and you think someone's making fun of what happened there, you're wrong.
No.
No, they are wrong.
No. That's the furthest
Yeah, but what
thing.
I'm saying is they are wrong.
Yeah.
You're saying no.
I'm saying no, we're not.
But don't disagree with me.
You're right.
No,
Correct.
not
Sorry.
Not concerning this.
I'm sorry, Mr. Allen.
God, he does.
Magic Mark,
God,
Alan.
Dave. God, Tattoo Dave doesn't mean that. Kim Kardashian lamented President Donald Trump's immigration policy while attending Diane von Furstenberg's DVF Awards in Venice, Italy, this week. I will tell you that I'm not a big fan of Kim Kardashian. I don't care about her one way or the other.
No.
But she's not completely wrong. The Italians are good at bricklaying. And so when she says, protect the people who build our country, and she's talking about the Italians. She's right. They're really great bricklayers. I learned that from my former spousal equivalent, Lori Downey Jr. She told me that years ago. They're really good at bricklaying. Did I mention my father was a bricklayer?
No.
Yeah. That's how I got here. Melania Trump laughed at the offer. I was so hoping she would. Laughed at the offer to appear on Vanity Fair magazine cover. When I first heard about this and I heard that the staff were rebelling, we can't have her on that. We're all going to quit. My first notion was, who gives an S? Melania should turn them down. Screw you.
Yep.
I'm not going to help your stupid, your magazine that is underwater and no one reads. I'm not going to help you. So I was happy to hear that First Lady Melania Trump, I'm calling her Melania now. I've renamed your wife, Donald. I hope that's okay. And then he would say, well, yeah, but you did it in such the biggest, best way ever. It was the biggest bill, and the way you said it was absolutely ginormous. So Vanity Fair telling the magazine she's completely uninterested in being their cover girl. Good for you, Melania. God bless you. In fact, according to page 6, that's in the Post there in New York, Mrs. Trump laughed at the magazine's offer. It was reported that several staffers threatened to resign from the magazine if editors allowed Trump to appear on the cover. Isn't it about beauty?
What happened to freedom of the press?
Well, they're free.
As long as it don't bother them.
Yeah, they're free as long as you're a Democrat and you happen to be married to, let's say, Obama or married to Joe Biden. Yeah, because those two beauties. Right? Oh, they were as
Big Mike. Are you talking about Big Mike?
As Donald Trump would say, yes, they were beauties. And they threatened to resign, but an insider said it wasn't going to happen regardless. She doesn't have time to be sitting in a photo shoot. Good. Her priorities as First Lady are far more important. Okay. Regardless of that, just screw them. She's doing the right thing. They don't deserve her.
Right.
No.
They don't deserve her. Melania reportedly turned down the magazine way back in July when its editors offered her the cover. She turned them down before the staffers indulged. I had a feeling this was going on, by the way. The bedwetting staffers shared their gripes on the prospect of publishing a Melania cover, with one editor telling the Daily Mail, I will walk out the mother effing door and half my staff will follow me. Oh, boy, big loss.
Oops.
Big loss. Then no one will read your no one reads your stupid Vanity Fair. If I have to work bagging groceries at Trader Joe's, I'll do it. If we put Melania on the cover. Oh, so you throw Trader Joe's under the bus? That's your constituency, you dip-ass. That's your constituency. Trader Joe's. I guarantee it. This is an employee of this stupid magazine. Naturally, none of these brave infant tyros had the spine to say these things in public, but of course they're TDS, and that's simply the way they are. But she's above Vanity Fair. It's like you think she's the first lady. Any press that she wants, she gets. Yep. Who cares? Emma Stone says, "I'm coming out," and saying it. I believe in aliens.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Focus Features is giving a glimpse of the new film Bugonia. I don't believe John DeSando, the great film critic who we had on earlier, mentioned this film.
Not in the top 3.
No, the studio shared a trailer for the movie featuring Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, and Bugonia is a sci-fi dark comedy that reunites Stone with filmmaker Yorgos Lanthimos, who previously directed her in the favorite Poor Things and Kinds of Kindness. Boy, these are movies I won't be seeing. The movie is reimagining the South Korean film Save the Green Planet. Okay.
Green Planet.
Sign me out. Stone portrays Michelle Fuller, a high-profile female corporate executive, blah, 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 blah. Who cares? Oh, I care about this. Alicia Silverstone is in the movie. I always liked her lip.
Love
you know, that weird curled
yeah.
lip. Celebrity chef Jose Andres ignores criminals in rant about Trump hurting restaurants with D.C. crime crackdown. Now, everything I've seen, is it true what I'm seeing? I'm not there in D.C. If I were, I would have that pulse and understand. But everything I've heard is the restaurant biz is kicking ass. That people can walk on the streets with their jewels, with their watches now. They're not worried about being mugged. But celebrity chef Jose Andres is blasting President Trump, saying he's making it harder for restaurants in D.C. to scratch out a living with his crackdown on crime. Could you imagine that? Spanish-born founder of the food aid nonprofit World Central Kitchen accused President Trump of refusing to engage with the people of the District of Columbia and said Trump is terrorizing illegal immigrants.
Poor illegal immigrants.
Hello?
Yeah. In a post on X, Andres slammed Trump and wrote, "I understand why you're confused. All your time in D.C., you haven't eaten once outside the White House or your own hotel. By the way, why would you?
Yeah.
Anybody?
Private chefs. Come on, are you kidding me?
Anything you want, anything you want, any time of day.
Yes.
Why the hell would you?
It's like being on a cruise.
Yeah, no, I think it's better.
It might
I
be.
think it's a little better. He then falsely claimed it's a flat-out lie that half the restaurants have closed because of safety. This is what he said. The chef has apparently not seen the reports of restaurant owners. I've seen them open, stating that they are losing business because of the rapid crime in D.C. Yes, that was the end of 2023. Reported 52 restaurants permanently closed. That was the end of 23. But Andres goes on ripping Trump, adding restaurants will close because you have troops with guns and federal agents harassing people, making people. But we know that's BS.
Yeah, what a dumbass.
Yes, what a dumbass.
Come on, man.
He ended his social media screed, pleading for Trump to stop his immigration policies. Cities and towns in rural areas of America need policies that allow small businesses to. I got a feeling that if we were in, I'd love to visit D.C. right now. I would love that. I don't think there'd be a problem. I could wear my fancy Timex watch, not worried about being mugged.
Yep.
These people are nasty people. It's all about the agenda of the left. It's not about reality. Even Andreas, by the way, it'll be a fat chance me visiting one of his stupid effing restaurants.
How does he use 2023 as a reference?
He does.
2023, I'm sorry.
No. He does. See, he doesn't. He won't mention that. I mentioned that.
Oh.
He won't say that.
No.
It was the end
It
of
was the
2020.
COVID lockdown that. Oops, I said it. But that's what happened. I mean, come on.
Anyway, DeSantis, by the way, I am going to get to, ladies, I'm going to get to your vagina in the next segment. I promise you that. I will definitely touch on your, I will investigate, I will dive into,
Oh.
chill, Dave. I will dive.
Well, you went from touch to diving in.
Yes, that's the point of
Well, yeah,
comedy.
I know.
You had a point.
DeSantis, but before that, DeSantis on removal of rainbow crosswalk. Roads will not be commandeered for political purposes. I love that. I love that, Ron DeSantis. Why is he not our governor here in California?
Geez.
Because A, he's too smart, and the people who live here in California are too stupid.
Too much of a battle.
He got rid of the LGBT crosswalk outside of Pulse nightclub in Orlando, Florida, explaining that state roads will no longer be commandeered for political purposes. Good for you. You're a good man. Do the right thing. Does that mean he hates LGBT? No. Doesn't even dislike. Live a long life. Have a happy day. We'll be this after back. When we return, it's all about your vagina, ladies, at Outlaw Radio.
I've gone to ground. I'm watching porn in my hotel dressing gown. And now I dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one in a slowly hotel suite. The journey's long, and I feel so bad. I'm thinking back to the last day we had. Old moon fades into the night. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's on a clear day, I'll fly home to you. I'm bending time, I'm getting back to you. Old and fades into the night. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how
Search rated #1.
This is Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt, the man who is always right.
We're going to cram a lot of crapola into the next 15 minutes, so stick with us, my friends and friendlies, including but not limited to Democrat strategy. You know, these Democrats have blacklisted a bunch of their own woke terms in an effort to sound normal again. Among the blacklisted terms, privilege, violence, dialoguing, triggering, othering, microaggression, holding space, body shaming, subverting norms, systems of oppression, cultural appropriation, Overton window, existential threat, LGBTQIA, BIPOC, EIEIO, on this fun that was in now, LGBTQO, incarcerated people, involuntary confinement. We're doing our best to get Democrats to talk like normal people. Well, keep doing your best, because you're not normal. You're not normal people. You're not. You're bad people, and you hate America. Jim Jordan says this is not a political retribution. This is accountability regarding John Bolton. You know, the fact that they raided his place. No, this. You know, in order to be fair, I understand that the FBI rifled through John Bolton's panty drawer as well. So, yes. Yeah,
that's where he hides the drugs and the guns.
They're doing the right thing. Trump says Chicago crime crackdown is coming next. President Donald Trump said that his administration will be looking at cracking down on crime in Chicago after the success of federal government's efforts to combat crime in D.C. Well, who would want that, huh? With all the crime and all the deaths there. And by the way, it's mostly black-on-black crime. You know, they're dying by gunshots in the worst part of Chicago. I mean, it's awful. Yeah. So, yes, Donald, and if the mayor had his act together, which we know is impossible, would welcome Donald. Come on in. Hey, you help us.
Help us.
And old Snoop Dogg. What's my if a name? Snoop Dogg body slams Disney. Oh, this is one of my faves. Snoop Dogg body slams Disney over his grandson's reaction to Lightyear lesbian mom scene. I didn't come for this shit. I didn't say it, but the S word. I could just hear Snoop Dogg. I didn't come for this S. Rap legend and game show host Snoop Dogg revealed how upsetting it was that the animated Disney film Lightyear contained lesbian mom characters, which forced him to try to explain it all to his preteen grandson in the middle of the movie. He went off on Disney for exposing small children to the radical gay agenda. Yeah. Snoop said that he took his preteen grandson to see the Disney flop Lightyear and was suddenly thrust into having to explain to the child how two women could have a baby. I took my grandson to see what was the movie with Buzz Lightyear. He told Front Knot.
Toy Story.
Keke Palmer is in that movie. She plays like the daughter. He then notes that the character Keke played had two mothers. That was when his grandson became confused. She had a baby with a woman. Why my grandson in the middle of the movie like Papa Snoop? How
I want to be a woman.
Yeah. How she have
From now on, I want you all to call me...
How she have a baby with a woman? She a woman, Snoop explained. What his grandson asked. Oh, S, the rapper said. I didn't come for this, S. I just came to watch the goddamn movie.
Ow!
Hey, edit what? Edit what, Dave?
Damn.
What?
I don't know.
Edit what?
Damn.
I didn't say a word.
I heard that. Was that my brother from outside? Did he scream that?
It was Billy and Mark.
They
said nothing.
They just said she had a baby. They both woman. How does she have a baby? Snoop said that he just tried to urge the boy to go back to watching the movie so he could escape from having to explain the intricacies of same-sex relationships in the middle of a children's movie. So Snoop says, so it's like it's F me, but he says the word. I'm scared to go to the movies, like y'all throwing me in the middle of S that I don't have an answer for, he insisted. It threw me for a loop. I'm like, whatever movie is this? These are kids that we have to show that at this age, like that being a part of asking questions and answering them. He said, they are going to ask. I don't have an answer. I was just there to go to sleep and watch the movie. And they woke me up. Huh? They just said, she had a baby. How? They both women. Oh, man, damn. Here, eat this popcorn, he concluded. The film not only featured a lesbian couple with children, but also showed the cartoon lesbians kissing on screen. It was a scene that brought the film star Buzz Lightyear voice Chris Evans to attack those who criticize the inclusion as idiots who are going to die off like dinosaurs. Lightyear was released in 2022, was one of Disney's worst flops that year. It was so badly received by audiences that it grossed a mere 1/3 of the previous Toy Story releases. You think it has anything to do with that lesbian scene in a damn cartoon? And my friends, my male friends, I mean this somewhat. You are better than this. Do not accept subpar or damaged cooch. You just hear me out. Just hear me out, please.
Listening.
Listen to me now. Hear me in a few minutes. You deserve better, my friend. Ozempic vulva is making women look aged and droopy down there. They dropped and then they drooped. Ozempic and other GIP-1 drugs have become extremely popular for their ability to manage type 2 diabetes symptoms and spur weight loss. A recent study found that about 4% of Americans took these meds last year. Mark, are you on Ozempic?
No, I'm on Zipbound.
But same crap.
Same crap.
Same crap.
Same
So
it's not.
So okay.
Are you drooping?
So,
yes.
And that's where I was going. And how's your vagina?
It's GLP-2, not GIP.
GLP-1s have become widely used. There have been a corresponding increase in awareness of their potential risks and side effects. Add another one to the list, Ozempic vulva or Ozempic vagina. The rapidity of weight loss can cause visible skin sagging, laxity, and wrinkles throughout the body. Dr. Sherry Ross, an OBGYN in Santa Monica. Oh, God. But by the way, this is the Santa Monica OBGYN, the most liberal town outside of
Berkeley.
Yeah, outside of Berkeley, where a buddy of ours is visiting today. She's the author of Sheology and Sheology, the She-Quill. All areas of the body can show visible skin changes in response to the significant weight loss, she added, including the lower belly, pubic moss, and inner and outer labia. The vagina is surrounded by two sets. Okay. You know, if you have youngsters, and so I'll try. But the only reason I'm diving into this is because I'm here to help. The vaginal region is surrounded by two set of what am I talking out of? What flaps?
Lips.
Labia.
Or folds of skin. The labia majora are the outer larger folds, while the labia minora are the inner smaller folds. They extend from the mons pubis, the rounded fatty area, over the pubic bone. Some GLP-1 users have complained that their weight loss has led to decrease in the volume of the majora, causing it to appear deflated or aged. So puffing of the labster may help. The procedure restores volume and fullness to the majora. Dermal fillers or fat grafting. Dr. Michael Tari, a board-certified OBGYN, EIEIO, in L.A. notes on his website that the fillers used in the puffing are comparable to facial fillers.
Yeah, Botox.
The tiny injections can put up to 8 months. They can take up to 8 months a session. Don't require recovery time. With fat grafts, a doctor injects a small amount of fat from the patient's thigh, abdomen, or elsewhere in their body into the old labster. The benefit of this treatment, and by the way, this is a doctor calling it labster. I thought that was weird.
That's weird.
I did,
That's
yeah.
very weird.
Yeah. The benefit of the treatment is that it does not pose risks for rejection because it uses the patient's own fat. The fat is easily reabsorbed by the body over time. Labiaplasty, which, by the way, stop sending me friggin' emails from Yelp and stuff regarding labiaplasty. I don't need it, and I don't know anyone that needs it. To reshape the labia and vaginal tightening to restore firmness to the canal may also provide release. Now, Dr. Justin Perrone, a specialist, plastic surgeon in Australia, says he's fielded a surge in that area rejuvenation consultation appointments as GLP-1 drugs have grown in popularity. I personally see these requests several times a week, Perrone told the Daily Mail. Other unusual side effects of GLP-1 drugs, which suppress appetite by mimicking a hormone in the body naturally produces after eating, include Ozempic finger, perfect, Ozempic breast, Ozempic face, and Ozempic butt. Nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea are among the more common consequences of these meds.
Yeah, we now have another rock band title.
Yeah?
Yeah, Sagging Labias.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's Mark C.G. Boyer.
You're pushing it, Mark.
Something to look at, right?
Listen, sagging or tight. I'm a heterosexual male. I'll look. I'll look. It's what I do. I'm a guy.
Sagging
tight. I'm a guy.
Noise.
Yeah. I was minding my own business the other night, and, with YouTube, it's like if it stays on, then it'll just keep going, and you'll wake up at 4 in the morning, and then it's like, how did I get here? And it was Dick Clark at producing. I finally realized that Dick Clark produced some real schlock, man. And it was called The Good Old Days, using a lot of stock footage. I was always told about Dick Clark, who I always liked, but I always told that he was the cheapest guy in show business. That was his sort of known for that in the industry. And so I'm watching this thing, and I'm thinking, oh, man, they were right. Tons of stock footage. And it takes me back to my conversation with the aforementioned Howard Stern I was talking about earlier. And when he had me on his show and we were talking about Ryan Seacrest, and I said, Seacrest is like Dick Clark without talent. And Howard said, well, many questioned that, whether Dick Clark had any talent. And so now in watching this, I'm thinking, I don't know. I mean, Howard's not that far off. I mean, Dick Clark was at least an affable-looking guy, and he was articulate. But, yeah, he never made you laugh or made you cry, right?
But he had a history.
Well, yeah. Well, he started American Bandstand in Philadelphia, man. And,
Ryan, the talentless fool, came out of nowhere.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I mean? It's just, at least Dick Clark had a history, and he was almost legendary.
No, legendary, 100% legendary. Yeah. I met the man in New York at a radio convention, and it was nice. It was nice to meet the guy. He diminutive as hell. I mean, the guy was virtually a midget.
Yep.
Yeah, he was a very very small guy, but I thought a real good dude, and he built an empire from being a disc jockey on a microphone in a studio in Philadelphia, watching kids dance and rating songs. Yep. It's like, keep it, as my old buddy Scott Shannon, program director, the greatest of all time in New York City, used to say, keep it simple. Keep it simple, stupid. Keep it simple, stupid. And it's true. Keep it simple, and you too can be a billionaire. I never really went with that path.
You never went the simple route.
No, I didn't, because I didn't find it interesting. And, am I sad about that? Yes, I really am. Oh, I should have just kept it stupid and simple. Like, in retrospect, yeah, really should have. Now, am I serious about this? Little bit. Most of me, if I had to do it over again, I'd do it the same way. We'll be this after back. A lot to get to. Well, a little bit. This much to get to on Magic Matt's Outlaw Radio.
I lie awake, I've gone to ground. I'm watching porn in my hotel dressing gown. And now I dream of you, but I still believe there's only enough for one in a lonely hotel suite. The journey's long, and I feel so bad. I'm thinking back to the last day we had. Old moon fades into the night. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's On a clear day, I'll fly home to you. I'm bending time, I'm getting back to you. Old fades into the night. Soon I know I'll be back with you. I'm nearly with you. I'm nearly with you. When I'm weak, I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's I draw strength from you. And when you're lost, I know how to change your mood. And when I'm down, you breathe life over me. Even though we're miles apart, we are each other's
Plantains, by any other name, are still bananas. And now there's a new game in town led by an hombre named Matt. A poker-playing, cigar-smoking, barbecue-eating talker. They call him Magic in these parts. And he's made bananas a kind of art form. The kind of talking that makes people sit up and bark at the moon.
Don't live his fate.
Ordinary just got better. Outlaw Radio with Magic Matt Allen.
He told. Yeah.
Spit on that thing.
Absolutely. Say it again.
Oh, yeah, now.
Look out.
Oh, yeah. Now, look out. Spit on it.
Absolutely. Listen to me. Oh!
Yeah, what happened to her, huh? That was 15 minutes. Goodbye.
She got in some trouble.
She did?
Oh yeah, she got some legal battles going on.
Yeah, regardless of the legal battle, she had absolutely no talent except for saying Haktua.
And she was cute as hell.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, some people can live on. Rosie O'Donnell has made a life living off that fame of being a beautiful woman. But not every.
Only when she shaves.
Not everyone can be that way. This I found on the verge of interesting. Democrat Senator Klobuchar, are you familiar with this? One of the most beautiful of all time. By the way, she's the poster UGG for the Democrat Party. Denies saying Sydney Sweeney has perfect, and the word is, I'll spell it. I can spell it and get away with that via the FCC. Titties. She denies saying that, and she denies saying Democrats are too ugly to go outside. Even though we'd respect you if you had said that, because for the most part it's true. Democrat Senator from Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar, is denying she made comments praising actress Sydney Sweeney's breasts and insists she also did not call Democrats too ugly to go outside, as seen in a deepfake video going viral, which is pure awesomeness. Klobuchar addressed the matter in an op-ed published by the New York Times, in which she spoke to the viral video featuring the senator supposedly making the comments during a Senate Judiciary Subcommittee meeting on data privacy. In the video, Klobuchar is seen saying that actress Sydney Sweeney has perfect titties and that Democrats want representation, with ads that show ugly fat bitches wearing pink wigs and long-ass fake nails being loud and twerking on top of a cop car at a Waffle House because they didn't get extra ketchup.
Oh, boy.
Just because we're the party of ugly people doesn't mean we can't be featured in ads, okay? And I know most of us are too fat to wear jeans or too ugly to go outside, but we want representation, the viral video adds. The senator is warning that the video is a fake. She never said any of those things, and it's a deep fake AI-generated clip. Well, there's a positive for AI. I'm not a big fan, but yeah, that's pretty cool. I never thought I'd opine about Sydney Sweeney's jeans, and that's because I didn't. It was AI, Klobuchar wrote. Well, if you had said that about Sydney Sweeney, they look perfect to me, right?
Unbelievable.
Right?
Yes.
They look pretty damn perfect to me.
Fake or not.
And I love the fact that these jeans are not tight, they're loose, and you still love them. You still love them on this lovely gal.
I can taste her bath water from here.
Listen, it sounds like another deep fake, but if you really want to fix Cracker Barrel, she's got to be, and there are deep fakes out there, Sydney wearing the Cracker Barrel t-shirt and so on. That's all you need.
Yes.
Have her featured in a restaurant and do it organically.
Like the Carl's Jr. commercial.
Yeah,
yes.
Oh, hell yeah. Yes. In fact, really good, smart idea. If they would, that is so brilliant.
Put some country gravy all over her. Come on.
Just dripping off her chin.
Yes.
Oh, Dave, we have come up. You have come up with the save for Cracker Barrel. Do it as a Carl's Jr. ad. Yep. That is pure effing brilliance.
Yep.
I knew we'd get to brilliance at some point today. It had to be the end of the show. But you know what? Whenever it happens, brilliance is brilliance. Thank you, Tattoo Dave.
Thank you.
Thank you to my buddy, the great Marine, hoorah, Billy Dilly. Love you, man. I love you, man. My buddy over there, Mark C.G. Boyer.
That's me.
Who puts up with my exploits, and I put up with his driving. Mom and Dad, love you a million times around the world. My daughter, Alexandra, God bless you, man.
Good luck.
Break a leg.
Hey.
I wish I knew who this guy was that you married. I just.
Good luck.
But according to your grandpapa, he's a really nice guy, which tells you one thing politically where he stands, right? Yeah, if grandpapa likes him that much, well, we know that he ain't gonna be wearing plastic straws in his jeans. So God bless you. I'm Magic Matt. I'll continue to be that. Love you, Wisconsinites. Love you, Tim and Paula. Love you. Well, you know. You know who you are. As Milt Larson, my buddy from the Magic Castle, used to say, Matt, bumblebees can't fly.